Okay, so next we have the phone call, the 3 hour phone call. And this is gonna be. I normally I play things at a normal playback speed. So if you watch my videos at like 2 times speed or 1.5 speed or whatever, then it will match up with my voice. Like I want my cadence to be similar to the videos, so it doesn't like mix up. But sorry about it. You're just gonna deal with it. I'm fucking playing this at 1.5 speed. It's 3 hours long, ho. And also, it's just like all gaslighting, manipulation, and bitchiness from Gabbie. It's just exhausting. It's gonna be terrible. I already know I'm not gonna like this. Jesus.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How would you, well, I guess first we should just both say on recording that we're both giving consent for this to be recorded.
Yes, correct.
Okay, cool. How and where would you like to start?
Oh boy. I'm not really sure in which order would be the better, like the most beneficial. However, I guess I am a bit confused as to what's gone on in the last week. There's a lot of accusations that have been thrown around, and I'm really not sure, since I didn't like say anything online or anything in text. I was just wondering what happened, like what triggered you to bring me into this and go like so hard without a response.
Well, I think it really started with, I was really fucked up by the texts and the voice notes that I was getting because I'd asked for space, and I really wanted us to have this conversation then, and then I just felt like I was in a place where like I was literally having total meltdowns and panic attacks again because I just wanted some time to level out. And then I'm getting these texts like, I have proof, if you make me wait too much longer, I'm going to have to do this again, I don't want to have to make another video. And I'm just like, oh my god, like all I want is a couple days. So then honestly, like after I sent that last text where I said my manager will reach out after my book deadline, I just like went to therapy and I talked to my friends, and everybody was just like, this is fucked up, like you don't deserve this type of behavior. And that was when I started talking to litigators, and people were telling me you have to take this legal. So then I started, getting together like all of my evidence and my case, and then I was talking about YouTube, and then all the drama channels start jumping in. But like, and then you came up through that stuff where it's like these drama channels who perpetuated this story are attacking me relentlessly. And I don't know if you've paid attention to the insane amount of hate that I get, but like I woke up and
Nobody cares,
like I
bitch.
posted a TikTok, and all of the top responses are that I defended a rapist. So for me, it's just like, why am I giving this time and energy and attention to this person who literally tried to ruin my life for, in my opinion, really no reason outside of anything that you've done to me? Like, you've talked to fans about me, you've talked to people about me before, and it's like, I talked to this one person and you felt the need to literally try to ruin my life. And you can, obviously, I know you're gonna say you didn't try to ruin my life, but you had to know the repercussions and implications of a video like that. So for me, it's just like, I'm at my breaking point.
She's so fucking crazy. God, I can't even address this seriously. Like, what a fucking bitch. And I know Jesse's gonna be so earnest in this phone call. There might be some moments where I'm like, Jessi, stand up. But just know I don't blame Jessi for not. Like, the problem here is Gabbie. 100%. Already, I have issues with what she's saying. She's just. Also, it's like. I know I have it at 1.5 speed, but Jesus fucking Christ. Does she ever just shut up? I thought this was a conversation.
I've been talking to lawyers for weeks, and I just want my name cleared,
Gotcha. So I guess I'll start off with the first thing you said. Can you find me a text where I said I have proof and I'm going to release it if you don't talk to me? Would you be able to find that text and read it to me?
Yeah, it's actually in the voice note, though. It's in the voice note. You said, just so you know, though, I have proof, and if you don't want to talk to me, like, I'm going to have no choice but to come forward with it. And then when I said I still just want a little bit more time, I mean, there's a lot of text. I'm sure you've also read them again.
Okay, I'm sorry. You know I didn't say that in the voice note, right?
I just listened to it before this call.
Oh, really? Can you send it to me? Because if you still have it, I actually want it so that I can have it for context as well. I said in my quote, please don't take this as a threat, because I feel like when you say the word proof, it has a threatening undertone. And I don't want you to think that, because believe me, the last thing I want to do is make a video. So just please know, I'm just saying this for context to let you know what I want to talk to you about. So in no way, shape, or form did I say I have proof, and if you don't talk to me, I'm releasing it. So
well, you did a little bit later on too, though. Later on in the text, you said if you keep making me wait, then I'm going to have no choice, and I really don't want to do this. But if you make me well, there's no point. I did, Jessi. I've read it. My lawyers have read it. Like. Okay. That's a point that's not worth arguing, because I think it's a matter of perception at this point, because the way like my lawyers and my team and I see
it's a matter of perception. What the fuck does that even mean? Like, what? And also the moving of the goalpost, like where, like, oh, you said it here. Well, then you said it somewhere else. Like, what? How do we? I thought we were addressing the first time.
See it? It's a thinly veiled threat. That it's like, I don't want to have to do this, but if you
so
don't
now
talk
it's
to me,
thinly veiled.
my schedule, then I'm going to have to defend myself, which means if you don't do this thing that I'm asking you to do right now, I have to defend myself. And all I asked for, Jessi, was some time and a mediator, and I felt like I was being pushed into a corner to talk before I was ready.
Okay, so I'm going to speak for a little bit. So the times that I mention anything about a video, verbatim, I'm looking at the text right now, I say, I don't need or want to sit down and make a video to start shit. So please know that I'm not saying speak to me or I make a video, but I do for me to sit down with you and show you the screenshots I have to talk about your video. That was the first time I mentioned anything. The only time I say, would you like me to show you the screenshots before I present them in my video? It is immediately followed with, I'm not saying I'm making a video. I multiple times let you know I'm not making a video. This is not something I want to do. So I'm really
But can you understand how from my end, somebody who like literally just went through severe trauma, like coming from this person who's been threatening me for like 6 years and like poking me for 6 years, why when you say something like, this isn't a threat, why to me that would feel like you're just saying it's not a threat so that you can cover your tracks and say it's not a threat. But at the end of the day, to me, go ahead.
What I would actually appreciate is I've been threatening you for years, if you can provide me proof of that, because I have not been threatening you for years.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. I actually do have it. I have the, actually, do you want to hear, I can read you the list of all of the evidence that we have right now. So I have the texts and emails, obviously all of the ones that we've exchanged for the past few years, including the one where you threatened to hit me, and the one where you said that if I didn't delete my video, you were going to expose me, and the one where you say that you're sorry that you had no reason to cut me out of your life, and I just saw you through you like a floppy piece of paper and you didn't like that and asked if we could be friends again. So I have the blackmail, which was one of the things that we were looking into for law, or for the legal case, and then we also have, yes.
Okay, can you send me that? Is that something you're willing to send me?
I would definitely have to talk to my lawyers first and see what I'm allowed to actually give you, because that's like obviously legal shit.
So, do you want to talk about, like,
I'm sure she sent it right away. I'm sure they sent it. I'm sure the lawyers sent it right away. And why is she my lawyers first? Girl, what do you mean your lawyers? You have a lawyer. You're not Kim Kardashian. You're you know what I mean? Like, girl, chill. Also, like, why are you talking to lawyers, you fucking clown? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what are we doing? What is it? What? She's so fucking exhausting. And like peppering. There was a part where Jessi was like, okay, I'm gonna speak now because like Gabbie is just like peppering. It's like she just wants to exhaust you. She's just if she exhausts you, you'll give up. It's like a guide. Like not giving up trying to have sex, like you just at a certain point some people just have like fine, whatever, which is not called consent, but like, you know what I mean? It's like that's an extreme version of this, but it's like that same type of like badgering, like
there was, I remember distinctly telling you that I was going to punch you. I definitely did do that. If you want to talk about why that happened, or
I'd actually love to, because I have a timeline of that where you reach out.
Jessi Smiles, if you have no fans, I'm dead, girl.
Can you send me that? Is that something you're willing to send me?
I would definitely have to talk to my lawyers first and see what I'm allowed to actually give you, because that's like obviously legal shit.
So do you want to talk about, like, I think it's important to know, there was, I remember distinctly telling you that I was going to punch you. I definitely did do
that. You know what? She probably deserved it. Oh. I mean, Jessi's from Miami. Oh gosh. Anyways. Oh.
If you want to talk about why that happened, or are you?
I'd actually love to, because I have the timeline of that where you reached out to me and you asked me if I wanted to get food and drinks, and I was like, yeah, let's do that. And then I heard you were at a party that I was at, so I asked a couple people at the party, like, hey, where's Jessi? And then next thing I knew, I got a text saying, and I have this all obviously. Next thing I know, I got a text that said, I'm blocking you just to say this right now. Don't ever put my name in your mouth again. Followed by a voice note saying that I'm lucky that you were getting into the Uber because you were gonna knock my fucking teeth out. And then I emailed you directly after. Sure.
Can you rewind?
Yeah. So you messaged me, and the last text exchanges we have are you asking me to get food and drinks, and then VidCon was shortly after. I heard you were at a party, and then I asked somebody, it was actually, I'm not gonna say the names actually because it's on recording, 2 people said to me in the bathroom, are you okay? And I was like, what do you mean? And they said, well, Jessi is here. And I was like, oh shit, Jessi's here? No, we're cool now. So then I walked out and I found Alex, and I was like, where's Jessi? And he said she's at a table. So then I asked another person who I genuinely don't remember who it was. I said, do you know where Jessi is? Where's Jessi? And then as I was literally leaving the party. I got a text saying, I'm unblocking your number right now to let you know, never put my name in your mouth again. And then afterwards blocked me, and then unblocked me to send a voice note, and then blocked me. And then I emailed you after saying, I'm so confused. You literally asked me to get food and drinks, and now you're threatening to hit me. What is going on? So on my end, that's what the timeline is.
Yeah, no. No.
Do you have any evidence to back that up?
Yeah. So, I actually do. So if you read our emails and if you remember that situation, I didn't want to punch you for no reason. So what had happened was that right before VidCon, when I thought you and I were on good terms, called me and says, hey, weird. So what had happened was that right before
Who was censored? Sorry.
VidCon, when I thought you and I were on good terms,
Name censored due to privacy?
called me and says, hey, weird, Gabbie just asked me to be in an exposed video about you. So I lost my shit, and I said, she did what? After doing, you know what you did? And I said, okay, I'm going to lose my shit. I'm probably going to have to see her at VidCon. And I was going to avoid you at all costs. That was what I was going to do. I was going to be like, listen, this person who tried to have sex with my ex-boyfriend is now trying to...
I didn't try to have sex with your ex-boyfriend.
Oh, you admit to it, no.
No, well, actually, that's not what happened. See, this is the twisted narrative. After you know what you did with two different people that I'm not going to name here because we're recording. Just are you out of your mind as we're trying to have like a civil conversation? Do you understand why I've been avoiding this for so long? I'm trying to have a civil conversation. I let you speak. May I please speak?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Oh my god. What? I would go through the phone and somebody oh no, she's such a bitch. Jesus fucking Christ. I let you speak. No, you barely, but girl, let's move the fucking bullshit. I'm so tired of this hoe. We're 10 minutes in.
So after that situation, actually reached out to me over OkCupid, and then he was venting to me, and I have all these messages as well about you and saying how you were like throwing him around and you're blocked and he's unblocked and he's blocked.
Jesus Christ. Sorry. This is at this point, some of this stuff was already old. Like they were talking about stuff that happened years prior, or so it was old then. This was like 2020, 2021. It's been a while.
He's unblocked, and he was like, literally, she's doing the same thing to both of us. And then I said to him, maybe we should just hook up. And he said, yeah, we definitely should. How about tonight? And I was like, haha, no. And then he hit me up 2 more times to have sex, and I never did. So as I'm sorry, and we talked about that. And that's the thing that's like, I'm so tired of having the same conversations, and that's another reason why I felt like this is like my final only thing I can do.
As if she's tired of having the same conversations, she's still having them. It recently came back to the internet for like 2 months and immediately had to leave.
Is how many times can you and I just be cool and talk it out and be fine before you do this again? Like, I feel like no matter how many times we talk, you're going to continue to tweet about me and call me a shitty person.
To you. You're going to continue to react to the actions I'm taking.
Or like tweets saying that I collabed with your rapist, or like comments that are saying that I'm a shitty person, because all of this stuff is documented through forensic analysts, and like thank God I have it all. But like literally for 6 years straight, from the first day you tweeted that I'm a backstabber and a social climber and decided to talk to your rapist over you, it's been like this nonstop perpetuation of this rumor. Oh, I have the tweets where you tweeted I'm a backstabbing friend, and then you tweeted that I'm a social climber.
I said Gabbie Hanna is a backstabbing friend. I said Gabbie Hanna is a backstabbing friend.
You responded to a tweet that said something about me, and then you tweeted publicly. You put a period in front of it so that everybody could see it. You said backstabbing people, I tell ya. And then at the same time, Jen, which you admitted you also use that account, at the same time is tweeting that I'm a social climber. And I mean, that's all like evidence and not arguable because it's real.
So your evidence, first of all, you're reading the same emails we both have and trying to convince me to say something different.
I'm talking about tweets. I'm talking about
okay, you're talking about subtweets, bitch. You're talking about subtweets. Rule number 1, if it's about me, at me so I can see it. You weren't added, bitch. You can't immediately apply that to you. If you feel like the shoe fits, wear it. But at the same time, you don't got to. You don't got to put it on if you don't need to. It's not about you. Oh, shut the fuck up. How about that? Like what?
You just said I called you a backstabbing friend.
It's on Twitter still to this
day.
Subtweets?
But you're gonna let me speak now. So you're saying that I said you were a backstabbing friend. What's your proof? Oh, you said backstabbing friend, I tell you. Did I say Gabbie Hanna backstabbing friend, I tell you?
You responded directly to a tweet about me saying, why is Gabbie doing this? And you said backstabbing people, I tell you. There is not a lawyer in this world that would not see that that is clearly about me.
Do you want to talk about lawyers? You just threatened me with blackmail, which is the action treated as a criminal offense of demanding payment or another benefit from someone in return for not revealing, compromising, or damaging information about them. I would really not say that I'm the one throwing around accusations here. You have completely thrown around multiple accusations that you have no basis on. I have never blackmailed you on anything.
Oh, but I have it.
No, you don't.
Pursue this.
You're going to try to convince me it happens.
Okay, then what's the point of this conversation? Because I was more than happy to pursue this legally. So
Okay.
I'm okay to
First
do
of
that
all-
if you don't want to, like, if you're just going to tell me all of the evidence that's in front of me doesn't exist, what's the point?
Make no mistake, though. Absolutely.
I
without a
really,
shadow of a doubt.
I don't even believe she was talking to lawyers. Like, I honestly don't, because like if at this point we all know most of the evidence was bullshit. All Gabbie's bullshit. The way her mind works is bullshit. Like, she's just a clown on every degree. So it's just like any lawyer would probably look at you like you're a fucking lunatic, because you are. So I don't really believe. I don't know.
Now, proceed legally. Be my guest, and I'm saying that 100%. I'm not trying to be like,
I know.
do it.
I know.
Yeah, I'm saying go ahead. That's completely fine by me. What I am saying is that I don't even understand. Like, you're saying the same things we both have, our email exchanges that we both have, our Twitter interactions that we both have, and you're trying to convince me that I've tried to extort you and like blackmail you, which is just fucking.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Why did you feel the need to do what you did?
Sure, I can answer that. That's a fair question. So, we have a very, very, I think it's safe to say, a very negative history in speaking in general, as you can tell from this conversation. We do not have a good path, we don't have a good communication history. For the whole you asking me to take the question out of the Q&A, I remember making a decision that day. I was like, I don't ever want to speak to Gabbie again, which, by the way, you're right about it. Like, our biggest mistake has always been, let's try to be nice to each other. Let's try to be amicable. Like, it just cannot continue on either side. Like, I think we both realize that now. At the time, that's the decision that I made when everything came up with Trisha, and I saw her videos calling you scary and basically insinuating that you're, I'm sorry, I don't mean to insult you, but like, you're still dealing with people the same way you've always dealt with me, which is kind of terrifying. I said, okay, that's whatever, and I couldn't find a subtweet about it. And then as soon as people started saying, oh, this is Gabbie, I know what you're talking about, I was like, oh my God, this is so stupid, I'm dumb for posting this. So I said that in my video, actually, and I deleted it, and I said, I'm stupid for that. And
But it's been a pattern for so many years, Jessi, where like I genuinely am like, okay, cool, me and Jessi are cool. Like, I went to go comment when you put out your music video because I was so fucking excited, because you know, like, I've always supported your music career and I've always been so hyped for you to put out music. And like,
what the fuck does that have to do with anything? What the fuck are we talking about? Wait. What does that have to do with anything? Where are you going with that?
it hurt me. Like, I went to go congratulate you on your music video, and it was like the pinned comment or the description is making fun of my EP, and it's like the years
Are
of
you
this.
thinking of Learn to Love?
I don't know the title of the song anymore, but yeah, there was like.
I only came out with one song, and what do you mean? Said anything about that? Do you want me to read you? I have the same comment right here. It's been the same for a year.
But no, I have it in my like folder on my desktop, but it's gone now. I know it's gone now though, because it was only, that's kind of what you do though.
I have proof, but it is gone now. Girl, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you bringing it up? If you don't have proof of it, then it didn't happen. Like, receipts or it didn't happen, girl. Like, pics or it didn't happen, girl. I'm not. What are you talking about? Oh, I have it. It exists, but it existed. But girl, makes me the fucking bullshit. Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's fucking raining, bitch. No.
Something up for like
No.
an hour or a day, and then you change it. But it said, I'm not.
This was posted.
Oh my God.
Okay, this was posted. I posted one pinned comment, and I have not changed it. It hasn't been edited in a year.
Jessi, it said.
Maybe you were reading a comment, or I'm genuinely
It's
confused.
by Jessi Smiles. It said, I'm not some YouTuber putting out an EP for attention and money. I actually put my heart and soul into this music, so please listen.
What? Gabbie, I'm not sure how to like understand that you're literally just saying it's not factual. There was one pinned comment. Even someone when you said this on your Twitter, somebody commented as a fan of mine and said, I remember the day Jessi posted her music video. This is the same pinned comment she had that day. She has not changed it. People remember. Like, you cannot just say on the day of my Learn to Love music video that I said I actually tried on this video, unlike other YouTubers who do EPs. Like, I would never say that. That was the day I was so excited to post my music video. I had nothing to do with
Even
you.
if she did say that, what the fuck makes you? Why are you such a fucking narcissistic fucking weirdo, a self-obsessed fucking freak that you would immediately assign that to yourself? You need help, bitch. What the fuck? You want to say like, oh, she's talking about me, and then it's like these vague things that could be about fucking anybody. There's tons of fucking YouTubers that have EPs. Bitch, you're not the first YouTuber to have an EP. I was listening to Troy Sivan's EP back in like 2014 or whatever that was. Trixie. Troy. It was called Troy, but it had X in the middle.
And nothing.
Anyways,
This is the same comment that I had all day. This is posted a year
Okay,
ago.
perfect.
Like,
So that's something that obviously we're not going to see eye to eye on, and something that I'm glad I have the screenshot of. So I think this is a point that we can move on from.
You said you didn't
Me too.
exist.
So this is
anymore.
something that we should move on from, because we're not going to see eye to eye on it, because you're quite literally
Oh my
telling me something
god,
that
no,
doesn't.
she has you on something. Well, she has. We should move on. We should move on. Like, girl, because you know you're wrong. You don't have the proof. You already said it doesn't exist anymore.
Exist that I'm looking at. So
Okay, speaking of things that don't exist, because you seem to
Okay.
you seem to enjoy saying that things don't exist. May I ask you, why did you lie about never speaking about me that day on TMZ article? Why did you lie about defending Curtis? If I can ask you.
I said that
About things that don't exist.
I said I never ditched my friend for her rapist or publicly defended my best friend's rapist. Here's why. First of all the ones that I saw, because I never went back and deleted anything, so all the ones that I saw never showed that. They said, get popcorn, or why is TMZ talking about Viners? And then I saw the one that you're referring to, which says, somebody responded, the actual tweet's not there, so I don't know what it says, but somebody says something about, oh, thousands of women, da 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 da. And then I was like, oh shit, I remember this. I tweeted this and deleted it like a minute later, because at that point, if you don't remember, we had no idea who each other were. I barely had a Vine account. I had a few thousand followers on there. I was literally a fan watching Vine, and I was mad at you because of what you did to me in my early Vine career. Like, it really hurt me. So like, I said something stupid that I felt bad about, deleted it immediately, and now years later we're talking about it, when you and I, like, the fact that that's even coming up now, and that you use that as an argument when we became friends 8 months after that, and you even say in your text to me, like, we squashed that and then we became friends. There's no reason that you should be bringing that up now as a way to try to paint a picture of me that isn't fair.
Gabbie, listen, you brought it up in your video. You said, oh, this was a song lyric. I had no idea about the TMZ article, knowing damn well that you apologized 2 months later in March 2014 to me at the New York Vine meetup that I'm sorry about those tweets, that was wrong. And literally, you're on your video saying, oh, this was just a song lyric.
That one was a song lyric. That one was a song lyric, and that one was before the TMZ article.
You deleted it as soon as you understood the context.
Yes, the one. No, I'm talking about the different one. We're talking about different tweets. So you're talking about the beware, beware, beware of a woman with a broken heart one. That was a song lyric. That was a meme on Vine. I'm talking about the one that said.
It could be a song lyric, but you tweeted it to a man on trial for rape who you were supporting that day.
Yeah, but that tweet, I was like not the context. The one about the thousands of women that is deleted, but I'm not sure what the actual one is. Huh?
They're by the same person, so that's why I'm confused on how you missed it, because it's the same user that was speaking with you that day, and actually other users that were speaking with you that day. If you look at the thing that Lily put up, there's a whole other interaction that shows a lot more of what you were saying that day, and you were calling me a liar.
And it was deleted that day 6 years ago, right? Because I put it up, I regret it. As a fan of Vine and a follower who was commenting on the lives of two people she never met, hey, I let you speak, please. So just like people are commenting on my life and my situation, our situation, that was what I did.
By the way, she does it. She always interrupts. Like almost every time she starts talking, Jessi is speaking.
I put some tweets up that I obviously don't agree with in 2020. It was 6 years ago, and I didn't remember them until I saw them again, and I was like, okay, yeah. And then I was thinking, okay, like maybe I'll do, like, once I talk to Jessi, because I was expecting you to reach out, like maybe I can correct this, because that was something that was
like, okay, regardless of how you felt about Jessi, we didn't know each other. Girl, what the fuck? What? You're tweeting fucked up shit about a rape victim? And about how girls from your hometown, or you got some deep hatreds for women. Like, you do. And also gay men. Like, let's be real. You have this deep rooted misogyny that it extends to anybody femme presenting. Like, your fixation with, like, I mean, Alex James, drama channels, even Dustin Daly, everybody, even now, like a couple months ago, you were talking about how Adam McIntyre and all this bullshit. Like, you're fucking crazy, bitch. If everybody in your life is abusing you, maybe you should look inward, bitch. Like, you have to laugh. Like, oh God.
Pointed out to me after I put the video up, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to Jessi, we're gonna figure it out. And then it got into like this long heated conversation when I just like needed some time, and that's why we're here. But my whole point of this is, why is this coming up in 2020 when we became friends 8 months after those tweets were even out? So it just shows that you're retroactively trying to paint me as a villain, where like you can't forgive people and move on and have discussions and then just continue to bring it up over and over and over.
The answer to your question is you. You're the reason I brought up anything. You're the reason I'm bringing it up now. You are continuously, first of all, I do want to say, you have absolutely no way to prove when you deleted those tweets. Those tweets were not up for one day, and still up right now that do not.
That's why there's barely any interactions, Jessi. There would be a lot more interactions on those tweets if they weren't deleted.
Yes, I know, Gabbie. We found them. Like, straight up, we found them. So there were a lot more interactions. We had a lot of interactions with people, and that's fine, but it does change the story. You were calling me a liar, but telling Curtis, while calling me a liar, beware of a woman with a broken heart, and you went on your YouTube channel and said, oh, that was like such a coincidence, and then I found out about the TMZ article, and then I deleted it. And then I still said, you know what, there's no reason to go out here and show the proof that she actually did on the day of the TMZ article, go off on me, say heinous things that I forgave her for. I absolutely did forgive you for. However, when you are now saying they didn't exist, you are retracting.
Jessi, you're deflecting, and we need to get back to
no, No, bitch. No. Deflecting? No, she's not. She's addressing what's happening, and you want to move on because you know she's right. Like, this is so annoying. It's like, this is part of the reason I don't like debates these days, because if you're having a conversation or a debate argument with somebody, and you make a point, and you are like making a good point and winning that point, they should be acknowledging that. Like, okay, you're right. Like, or like somebody is supposed to fucking like what? You can't have a debate with somebody who will never concede to another point, like another point of view, ever. And that's what fighting with fucking Republicans is these days. Like, they will never concede to another point of view. If I had a debate with another leftist, like another with another progressive leftist, we would be able to have a conversation or a debate where we went back and forth and were able to concede on each other's points of view, even if we disagreed like on something, like, you know what I mean? Like, we could have disagreements like that. I could not have a debate with a fucking Republican because they will never admit to the point, and they'll just keep on going like this because they're in a fucking cult, and they're in like this like narcissistic death cult. Gabbie just might be a narcissist who, I don't know.
Because you're trying to make an excuse. You're trying to make an excuse for making a video that she literally won't
Somebody else there is just talking.
Like, she won't let people talk, and then it's manipulation if you like hit her facts. It's crazy.
I was in the middle of a sentence. So if you let me finish it, that would be great.
I was in the middle of a sentence.
Is that possible?
She
You
was.
screamed at me when I tried to interject your sentence.
Have I screamed yet?
I was literally saying the whole reason why I'm bringing it up is because you are online saying that anybody who calls you a rape apologist because of me, which I never called you in my video, I just showed the things you were saying, is liable for defamation of character. Then you say that I tried to ruin your career by falsely accusing you of being a rape apologist, something that I didn't say before today, which, however, by definition, which rape apology is an umbrella term for any argument suggesting that rape is infrequent, misreported, overreported, not that big of a deal, or excusable in some circumstances. You did engage in rape apologist behavior on January 16, 2014. So therefore, nobody is liable for defamation. That was what I was trying to say.
Well, the thing with the defamation case, because I actually never said I was suing you for defamation. I was going to sue you for torturous interference. And actually,
yeah, but she just said she wasn't talking about that. She wasn't talking about, like, what are you talking about, crazy bitch? What the fuck are you talking? Like, she gives me agita. Like, I'm gonna get hives. Oh my god. Okay.
suing you for defamation because as a public figure, it's pretty much impossible to sue anybody for defamation. I was suing you for a lot of other things, torturous interference being one of them, which I can actually prove. But as far as the defamation case
torturous
goes,
interference also. Bitch, you're so fucking loony. Like, what do you mean torturous interference? If anybody's torturing anybody, it's you right now. And me, I'm the victim. Well, also Jessi. Girl.
Of other things that you lied about in your video that are very provable, that my lawyers and I are discussing, that you did lie about in your video. For example, it was a FaceTime call. I have 3 witnesses willing to step forward and confirm that it was a FaceTime call. Second, you very conveniently removed the part of my video where I say this isn't about a YouTuber, it's not about a Viner, it's not about anybody you know, it's about somebody from back home. Don't start drama with somebody because it's not worth it. And I thought it was very interesting that you chose to edit that out, and that actually shows malintent and...
No, it does not. It doesn't matter what you said. She knows it's about her because the story is about her, you idiot. The fuck are you talking about? Like, regardless of whether or not people knew who it was, she knew it was her. She knew how you were talking about. She saw it. Like, it's not What are you talking about, you fucking bitch? What?
Spread of misinformation, amongst other things, which, you know, so yeah, I actually was never suing for defamation, but the thing is, Jessi, I don't want to sue you at all, for the same reason that I didn't want to respond at all, because and I'm not just saying this to blow smoke up your ass, because you know that I actually do have a heart and care about you and your family and people in general. You have a fucking son, Jessi. Like, I'm not trying to take food out of your kid's mouth. I'm not trying to have you fly back to Florida to do a court case when I know you moved to Georgia. Like, I don't want to do that.
What do you even go, yeah, I don't understand why you're saying that, but anyway.
Wait, what do you mean you don't understand why I'm saying that?
So, first of all, here's the story time. I'll address that. That story time, in case you don't remember the context of it, 4 months before that story time, you congratulated me on being pregnant. You posted it when I was 7 months pregnant and called me a psycho bitch and said I was neurotic and psychotic. It did not matter to me. You said, oh, it's about a YouTuber you don't know. We always do that. It doesn't matter. Like, if I do a video about someone, I'm going to be like, oh, this is a guy I dated. You're not going to know who it is.
So you were allowed to post your video, but I wasn't allowed to post mine?
You absolutely were allowed to post yours.
Oh my god. How is the CEO of missing the fucking point? Like, what the fuck? I don't know what it is about narcissists that they will never get the fucking point. Always miss it. I'm not saying she's a narcissist. I'm not diagnosing. I'm not a doctor. I have no MD. I have no degree. But goddamn. Goddamn. Good goddamn.
So why are you complaining about it?
Gabbie, you are completely accusing me of blackmail.
How many times do you think you brought me up on your channel in the last 6 years?
Gabbie, not enough to justify this.
Really? Give me a number.
Never.
Give me a number. How many do you think?
If I had to say even like small jobs, maybe 4.
It's 7.
5.
That's over 1 a year. That's crazy, Jessi. And then
that's crazy. 7. How many times has she brought her up since? How many times has Gabbie brought up Jessi since? Or yeah. 7 in 6 years. Jesus Christ, girl, you're gonna have to miss me with the bullshit. There's this. She's a fucking Looney Tune. Like what?
it's not including the subtweets. It's not including
The
the tweets that you
subtweets.
like. It's not including the
Subtweets.
comments that you
Girl,
responded to
if you're
confirming. It's not including any of that.
Oh my god, the way I would be screaming at this crazy fucking lunatic. What is this? Like, Jesus Christ. Okay.
And I can listen. I'm the person that cannot admit fault. Although I was reacting to things that you did that bothered me, making a video or a little catty remark in a video that I knew would see is absolutely a catty and immature thing to do. I can agree with you on that. However, you now in 2020 going on for a week talking about my rape, talking about my rapist.
Jessi, you tweeted that I was a shitty person in 2019. Why is that okay?
What? What?
Like, literally just stop talking about me. Like, it's that easy. Over 6 years, all of the tweets, all of the videos, I've made one video about you where I protected your identity and hid your name from the comments. You've made 7 videos about me, so many subtweets. Jen has done that, and I've never responded. You have talked to people personally about me, talked to fans about me. I DM'd one fan privately, and you use that as an excuse to really actually try to ruin my life and my career. Do you think that's fair that you can talk about me and provoke me for 7 years and I never respond? And one time I DM'd one person who was accusing me, by the way, falsely of collabing with a rapist, literally said, I'm collabing with a rapist. So I DM'd the one person who said she's collabing with a rapist, and I had a conversation with an adult human being. And then you made a video literally trying to ruin my career.
Adult human being. She's a fucking strange. She's trying to ruin my career. Jesus fucking Christ. This woman is so exhausting. We're only 28 minutes into this.
What did you think it was going to do?
I can tell you what I was hoping it was going to do. I was hoping that it would stop your behavior of incessant, and this is the truth, incessant talking about my rape, talking about me as if I'm a liar.
Jessi, where? Where have I talked about your rape or called you a liar?
In the DMs.
I've never even subtweeted you anywhere. Incessant, there was one person. Who else? You can't say incessant. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm raising my voice. I'm sorry, but you can't say that I incessantly do something and then not show me something.
What I can say is that I find it highly inappropriate and insulting to me that you use my trauma, the thing that I've gone through that has shifted my life forever. I will never be able to change that. And you use it to defend yourself, and you use it to slander me. And then today alone, you call me a sexual predator. I think that that's insulting.
I didn't call you a sexual predator. No, that's a misrepresentation of what I said. I said it was predatory behavior, which it was because you're a public figure and you were with a teenager. I'm telling you, like, I'm not going to let you say things that I didn't say. I didn't call you a sexual predator. I did not.
Can I say what you said? You said I have a screenshot of you. I was sexually pressuring someone.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Did that person tell you that? And number 2, at the end you said, yeah, predatory things. She likes that, or she's like that. So you did insinuate that I'm some sort of predator in a message, and I have to ask you, why would you do that?
I do think you're predatory. I think you're a predatory person. I think that you abuse your power and you use control tactics and manipulation tactics to try to hurt people. And I think that what you did in that situation was super, super predatory to this kid. You're talking about how uncomfortable he is and how he's so shy, and you're like, are we going to make out? Are we going to grind? You're not going to let me come to the after party? I did. But I did delete that because I was like, you know what? That's not fair. I'm not going to do that. And I deleted it.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you stuck up for him. That's really cool because I actually am still in contact with him on Instagram, and I came to him and I was like, dude, I'm so sorry if I ever made you feel uncomfortable. And he's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I had a great time. My prom was amazing. I never tried to kiss that kid. Like, this is a complete stupid
That's good. I'm glad.
You knew. Okay, no, I'm glad. But what I want to ask is, what does that have to do with you lying about defending Curtis?
What is anything in your video? First of all, I didn't lie about defending Curtis, but like, what does anything in your video have to do with anything? Like, you literally brought up our personal drama onto the internet because I had a conversation with a person. Like, that was so.
I did my video with one intention: to stop your behavior. To stop.
What behavior? What behavior needs to be stopped?
Are you like what? Did you not watch my video? Like,
Jessi, you're mad because I DM'd a fan, right?
No, I am not, because you talk about my medication.
You talk about your medication publicly, Jessi. You have so many public tweets and videos talking about your medication. That's not fair for you to say.
I mean, you do. Mind your own business.
Jessi, I'm having a conversation. I'm allowed to have a conversation with an adult.
I cannot say, Gabbie Hanna, you have permission to talk about all my fucking shit. So don't tell me, oh, you already talked about it. Well, mind your own business, miss. I do not want drama. You talk about my medication. You call my
You talk about your medication.
Okay. You're not
publicly.
Oh my god. That doesn't. No, that doesn't mean that you get to. share private conversations about your what has been girl, like something wrong with this girl. Like, I don't have anything else to say. Like, something's seriously deeply wrong with this woman, and I mean Gabbie. Like, okay.
Okay.
Is it my own business if you talk about it publicly and then call me a shitty person on the internet and then it causes a shitstorm for me because you called me a shitty person?
I remember it was a subtweet, and you subtweeted me the next day saying the best thing, the most important thing in this world is knowing you could hurt someone and not doing it.
Oh, it's so crazy that you didn't think I was talking about obviously Trisha Paytas in that situation.
Gabbie, I didn't even tag you on my subtweet. For all you know, it was about Tim from down the street.
But Jesse, it's always about me, and you confirmed that it was about me. You confirmed it was about me.
Gabbie, I'm not saying it wasn't about you. I'm just saying.
So what's your point?
When I did it, oh my gosh, is anything productive gonna come out of this?
I don't think so. That's why.
She brings something up, asks for like she it's just like, oh my gosh, like wash, rinse, repeat. It is so fucking annoying. Oh my god.
That's why I decided that it's not worth it, because realistically you're not able or willing or ready to accept
also I was like so shocked in the middle of her talking, but the way she was accusing Jessi of having the power in difference. Meanwhile, all of this shit with fucking Gracie and all of her fans what's going on. All of the inappropriate fucking relationships that she had, the shit with like, I didn't even like, we didn't even get to address a lot of the stuff with like Prince and everybody. Like, what the fuck? You're a fucking loon. The fucking projection is so fucking crazy. You need help. Seriously. Jesus fuck.
What you did, which was
the way she's like, and it stuck with like that part with Gracie really fucking stuck with me, because the way that Gabbie took advantage of that young woman is so fucking gross. And the way like you have this girl who is an addict, an active user. She was actively abusing substances at this time. Needed money, was broke. Gabbie starts sending her money and then asking her to do things. Gabbie just created large sums of money too. And addicts are often cut off by family members, very close family members. Parents cut off their fucking children financially. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something to take lightly, because you could literally be funding somebody's death. You could be funding somebody's overdose. You have no idea what could be the last time. Like, you don't know. So, it's just something that is not ethically really a great idea to do. Giving them large sums of money, like, no. Also, you don't know this fucking woman. She's a fan of you. Like, anyways, you give this actively using addict money. Then you start asking her to do things. Giving her this motivation to please you so she can get further funding to feed her drug addiction. And we know that people have gone to great fucking lengths. People have done things they never imagined they would do to get a fix, because that's how bad addiction is. It's a fucking disease. And for her to do that, for Gabbie to do that to Gracie, like, it really has stuck with me ever since I watched that Jen Dent video, because what the fuck? Like, you are so, the manipulation and the power differential and everything, like, creating this minion who is basically now coming to you for trying to get money from you, and they're going to use the money for drugs. Like $1,500, giving them an incentive, like I said, to please you or do whatever you want, and maybe do things that they wouldn't want to do or they don't agree with. like tweet about fucking Jen Dent. Like, you know what? It's so gross. She's fucking disgusting. Gabbie Hanna, you are fucking gross. Fuck you.
Completely inappropriate, completely immature, and caused me a lot of harm and trauma and damage, financially, emotionally, and personally.
Oh my God.
And now you're experiencing a fraction of what I experienced, and you're screaming at me. So,
Gabbie, I don't know if you know this.
She just went from, sorry, I'm raising my voice. You're screaming at me. She's like, my God. There's something seriously wrong with this woman. I don't have any other answer for you.
I'm not sure if you know this. You've experienced this for 6 months, right?
I've experienced for 6 years.
Oh my
Well, so have I. I have been called a liar.
I tweeted you?
For years. You were one of the people that contributed to
Where?
You've been subtweeting me once every year for 6 years. What? Okay, and like what about it, bitch? Guess what I did? What now? What now? Like, yep, sure did. What now?
I have been called
Where?
for years. Daddy, I was shunned from buying for coming up on my website.
For me? From me? I did that? I didn't do that.
Daddy, I'm not saying that for free. I'm not saying that all the time it was you. I'm saying that day on TMZ you contributed to the behavior that I experienced from other people for years. I have just been called a liar and attention whore for years just because I had the audacity to show up to the hospital and tell them I was raped. So I do have to ask you how on earth you can think. I do not understand what you're going
So
through.
why would you want to do that to somebody else, Jessi?
It's an easy answer. I did not want to do that to you. Your channel, your Twitter, your Instagram, I'm sorry, your data has shown that you are losing followers before and after me. So it is
Jessi, I can prove financially and monetarily the impact and trust me, I've done the data analytics. This all happened 2 years ago when all the other stuff happened and I was actually gaining again and it was slowed down and then you put out your video and that day there's a massive hit and I can show through Patreon and Lost Deals. I'm not worried about proving that. I'm not saying that my channel was in the most spectacular condition, but being called a rape apologist and letting that
being a rape apologist, girl, like that's the thing. It's like she's always like, you call me these things. It's like, no, they accurately assess what happened and called you out on it. You did those things, baby girl. What's that word? I think it starts with a C. Consequences. Oh, right. Consequences of your own actions, bitch. What the fuck are you talking about? Makes me the fucking bullshit, Gabbie.
that rumor, like just run like that, was damaging to my career and my life and my mental state.
Gabbie, but you were a rape apologist on January 16, 2014 by the
Jessi, the deflection here is crazy because you keep ignoring the actual facts of the situation where,
no,
like I said, tweeted something that we don't even really know what it was because it was deleted. It was gone pretty immediately. And then we became friends 8 months after that. So you using this as an argument, plus people are saying that I abandoned my best friend because I chose his rapist, and that narrative going is fucked up.
Okay, this is what happened. I saw the messages from, and absolutely, without a doubt, I'm not, first of all, I knew I wasn't going to come to you because you were going to say, you said tweets about me, so it was justified, which was not an okay answer for me anymore. You've always justified certain things, and I said, no, that's not okay. Just like right now, you're literally telling me that you never tried to have sex with me. So I'm like, hey, so you just deny things that happened.
Jessi, because that's not the full story. That's not fair. And that's why, like, we had this conversation so many times. But you keep throwing out these random things that just are not true. And you keep bringing up the same thing over and over where tried to have sex with me 3 separate times. And each time I said no. I said something as he was talking shit about you where I said we should just hook up. I did not try to have sex with because if I wanted to, I would have when he asked me 3 times to have sex.
Oh, there it is. There it is. The favorite sentence you say in the email.
Yeah. If I wanted to have sex with I would. So stop telling people that I tried to fuck your boyfriend when I didn't. If I wanted to fuck him in the 3 times that he texted me and wanted to have sex with me, I would have had sex with him.
Can I continue what I was saying?
Yes, but stop bringing up the same thing that we squashed 3 years ago.
It's in the proof. Like, get over yourself. It's in proof.
I know, I have it.
Admitted to it. So then you should have where you say, I'm sorry. I did it just to know I could do it. Then you should have that.
Yeah, exactly. I did it just to know I could because you hurt both of us. Exactly. I didn't try to have sex with him. I said it just to know that I could. You just confirmed what I just said.
That is equally as fucked up. Sorry, but it is.
You literally just confirmed what I said, which is I never tried to have sex with your boyfriend. He was talking to me, talking shit about you, and he asked me to have sex 3 times, and it felt good knowing after what you did that I could do that back because you did that to me.
So the times in the messages where you admit to telling him I'm a slut and all that stuff, that never happened either, right?
Jessi.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So anyway, yeah, I know, right? I'm such a slut. The rape victim's such a slut. Anyway,
no. See, don't try to pretend like I called you a slut as a rape victim. Don't say I slut shamed you for getting raped, Jessi.
You're laughing like, oh,
if I called, because it's just crazy how the narrative is twisting, like, oh, call the rape victim a slut. If I called you a slut, it's because of you literally going after every guy I said I was interested in and fucking them.
Oh, Lord.
And you know what? I don't agree with slut shaming. And you're right. When I was 23 years old, I said some fucked up shit when I was really hurt by the shit that you were doing to me. You're right. And I don't think that I deserve to have a hit piece put out against me because I called you a slut in 2015.
Gabbie, I was doing a basic table reading of your messages. You know, this is the truth. If I wanted to do a hit piece, this is what I would have done. When you send in those messages, they don't exist. Look up the tweets. Yes, they do exist, Gabbie. Here are all of them because I have them at that time. I did, because I said, click on the text. I must set messages. Not that tweets that I or a million years do this and you're saying they don't. If I wanted to do a hit piece, I would have been malicious. And I wasn't. I just wanted your behavior to. I literally in that moment looked at Deanna's messages and I said, this person, you know, I do one step to it because of the whole church situation. I deleted that.
Which you didn't need to do, right? Which you really didn't need to do, but you've been doing consistently for 6 years. And finally, I snapped and talked to one person after you tweeted about me for 6 years.
God.
Yeah, let's talk about how reactions don't add up.
Right. Let's talk about when I bring up the fact that you did something. Let's talk about that. Let's change the subject whenever I bring up something that you don't want to talk about because you know that you and I, our last
Oh
conversation.
my God. She's so fucking crazy. That's what she's been doing the whole time. And then she, my God. She just doesn't, she doesn't get it.
Was totally cordial. The last 2 years of our conversation was cordial, and then you blocked me and put up a tweet that I was calling me a shitty person. That was uncalled for.
It's interesting you have every text message since 2017, but you conveniently...
2015, I have.
Okay, you conveniently left out the part where I confront you for making that story time when I was pregnant. And then you proceed to tell your video, like all the people like...
You made your video about me, and then I waited and I didn't say anything, and then you tweeted about me again, and I finally made a video as a response where I'm like, you know what, Jessi at this point has already made 5 videos about me.
I would love to hear Jessi finish a sentence.
And has tweeted about me so many times.
No,
I'm going to make my own video.
You're mistaking the timeline. Those are over a year apart.
What, my video and yours?
No. Well, I saw my friend's man, then a long time passed, then you congratulated me for being pregnant, and then 4 months later...
Because you tweeted again.
No, I didn't tweet. Gabbie, you cannot think every tweet is about you. There's certain people I see on the street and I'm like, man, I get bad vibes, and I'll tweet about bad vibes. That doesn't mean Gabbie gives me bad vibes.
But when you're actively responding to like hate comments about me and like hearting hate comments about me...
Oh my God, Gabbie, not everything is about
Jessi,
you.
they say my name in them. Like literally the comments and the tweets that you're hearting and responding to are literally saying stuff about like, Gabbie's such a shitty person. Can you tell us why you and Gabbie aren't friends anymore? I always had bad vibes about her. Like you're literally just...
I do just at this point look forward to your irrefutable proof out here from your lawyer because at this point you're just spouting nonsense. But what I was saying was, if I wanted to be malicious, I could have put tweets in my first video and said, yes, she was.
We're crucifying people for liked tweets. Like, the internet used to be so exhausting. Girl gives a fuck. Like, Jesus Christ. Get over yourself, you fucking narcissist. Jesus fucking Christ. She's a fucking loon. You know what I just thought about? Gabbie saying, Jessi saying that she's gonna knock her teeth out.
A rape apologist. I did not say that. I read Deanna's messages and I in my first video and said, yes, she was a rape apologist. I did not say that. I read Deanna's messages and I tried to keep my commentary to a minimum because I really just tried to call out the behavior, which is number one. Now you're like, you talk about me, the fans. You have no proof of that at all.
Why do you truly, truly believe that I don't, right?
Gabbie, I truly, truly, truly believe that I have never...
Okay, that's fine. Then it's not something we're going to see eye to eye on. I know what I see. You say it doesn't exist. That's something not worth arguing about because obviously we're just not going to see eye to eye. I think we're both getting a little worked up. So let's try to reel it back a little bit because we're both getting upset. So let's just like take a breather and like.
You started it upset. I actually started it pretty calm and you started it upset, but sure.
That's fine. Okay, then I'm still trying to say let's calm down. You don't need to always point fingers. It doesn't always have to be you did this, you did this.
Oh my
I'm saying we're both upset.
God. Oh my God.
Now let's just both.
The way you fucking, because you're a condescending ass fucking cunt. That's why. Like. Bitch, shut up, God. Oh my God. Jesus, fuck. She just wants to like steamroll the whole fucking conversation and just like be in control of it. She's such a condescending little bitch too. God damn.
Reel it back and calm down. Sound good?
Okay. Sure. I asked why you, on your live stream, read a message twice about me bullying someone in high school for being Mexican, chubby, and nerdy. Can I ask why you stopped at that and have repeated to never mention anything about it again? What was your reason?
Because I was reading the messages out loud, started reading it, and I was like, oh fuck, kept reading it, and I was like, you know what, sure, whatever. Jessi tried to hurt me for so long. Like, why? Let's. You know, that's literally it. I just don't care anymore about protecting your feelings. And it also goes to show like what a two-faced person that person was. Now that she's buddying up with you and Jen Dent, that she also was very willing and ready to try to like spread information about you.
I have never, first and foremost, any conversations I've had with her have not been divulged to me what you and Gabbie talk about. I'm not like that, Gabbie. So as much as you like to think I am absolutely not. So number one, I was someone who watched her videos before this all happened. So you can think whatever you like. However, you skipped a lot of messages when you were reading, and you were like, oh, that's private, that's private, that's
Because
private.
she was talking about her abusive relationship. Like, I'm not going to fucking read that out loud.
No, I'm saying you're capable of skipping over something, but you stopped on the one that you haven't seen. It's true. You just read it twice. Jessi bullied me in high school for being Mexican, chubby, and nerdy. You read it twice. Why? Like, you just don't care. That's your answer. You don't care about my feelings.
Right now, I don't, because it's like I tried so hard for so long to be cool with you, and that's what's so shitty about all of this. Is it's like you never would communicate with me. You just block my number, and then it's like I think we're on cool terms, and then we're just not. And it's like, if you're not talking to me, if you're not communicating with me, there's no way for me to know there's a problem. And if there's a problem, talk to me. Like,
Gabbie, are you really under the impression through this conversation, when you're screaming and not letting me get a word in, that you are someone that is easy to speak to in these situations that are easy to talk about?
do you not see that you're doing the same thing, and that we're both obviously not good at communicating with each other, and that's why we've been avoiding this call for so long? Like, it's not.
I have not had. Now, I might be biased. I hate Gabbie. I love Jessi, so that might be a strong bias. But I'm pretty reasonable. I can be impartial when I need to be. And girl, you're a fucking lunatic. I have not had like one issue with the way that Jessi is composing herself in this phone call. Like, some parts have gotten like a little bit heated, but like for the most part, I've just been shocked at you, Gabbie. You are the fucking lunatic here. I'm so glad they recorded this. Honestly, I'm honestly glad it got leaked, because fucking hell, I think anybody who remembers this phone call, I don't even think I reacted to the full thing. I didn't even watch the full thing. I think I watched like a recap of it. But I think you listen to like 30 seconds of this, it's like, oh my God. Enough.
I don't think anybody would agree that I'm just yelling at you and asking you not to talk. It's like we're both getting upset with each other, and that's what it's.
But every single time you start talking, it's in the middle of Jessi's sentences. So yes, like Jessi, to get a word in, she has to get louder. But like, it's because you're peppering her and badger. Like, it's like fucking Jesus Christ. Like it's like I don't know if it's like a tactic to like exhaust people so they'll just like give up, but it's fucking exhausting. It's working, bitch. But you're not gonna get her to give up. Like,
always been with us, Jessi, is we just don't get along, and that's just what it is, and that's all it should be, right? Is we just don't get along, and like don't tweet that I'm a shitty person, and don't like talk about my EP, and don't like, you know what I mean? Like, I literally just want to be left alone.
Gabbie, this whole thing too that you say I plan on your music, with all due respect, I do not listen to your music or know when it comes out at all, and I don't mean that as like an offensive thing you're doing. That's great that you have a career. I do not listen to your music or know about it. Like, the one day that I put out a music video, the last thing on my mind is you or your music. Like, I promise you that.
What other YouTuber put out an EP at that time that you had to say, I'm not just some YouTuber putting out an EP, I actually wrote this from my heart? Like why would you say that?
Gabbie, you know that how I know you're full of it right now? My brother wrote that song. I didn't even write it. I wouldn't have written that sentence. So literally that sentence never happened. It's fine that you think it did.
You don't think that you and your brother like didn't work on that song together? Like, regardless, you said something. I'll pull that one up and I'll send it to you. That one I will send to you. Yes,
he wrote it for me.
She's just so exhausting.
Wrote it for me like 5 years ago. No, we did not go right.
Can we? I wonder. Can we go to like 1 point? Can we go like 1.75? 1 point. Maybe let's try 1 point.
So I don't really think. I mean, I agree with you on the fact that we absolutely, under no circumstances, any communication ever again. However, you have yet to apologize for anything. I'm not saying to.
Did you apologize to me?
Well, here's the thing. I did.
When?
About the subtweets. When I said I'm catty and the video, yes, that's stupid.
Okay, you're not sorry for the video that you made at all?
As it being a reaction of your direct actions? No, I was standing up for myself. I do still stand by that video.
So you can stand up for yourself publicly, but when I stand up for myself publicly, I owe you an apology.
No. Let me make my point.
You literally just said you didn't apologize.
Okay, ma'am. Action has a reaction, correct?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't actually, because you have said and done a lot of things on the internet over the years, and I haven't reacted.
Gabbie, you're not going to finish a sentence. Let me speak. Every action has a reaction. My subtweet, your tweet to the end. I mean, your tweet to the end. And that's extremely disproportionate. Then I made a video and you made a video.
It is disproportionate, absolutely, because I said something privately to one person and you said something publicly to your audience. You're 100% right. There is a disproportion.
It's not one thing. Jesus fucking Christ. And you're spreading harmful, like, what? Girl, to random fucking people. Like, in the DMs, girl? Like, what you thought? Like, she was that it wasn't worth a public response? Why the fuck would she want to fucking deal with you when this is what she gets? Ho? Like, what are we talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean?
There.
No. There ain't no disproportion from the DMs in my video, and I'll explain to you why. Because you messaged someone who just an hour before had been completely against you, did not tag you in that tweet. You took it on your message them with my private information, my medication information, whether you
That was public. That was very public.
And my rape. Lucy, under no circumstances do I ever want.
What did I talk about her rape with? What do you mean? I didn't talk about your rape with her. I talked about the fact. Go ahead.
Okay, you're not going to tell me what you spoke about because I looked at those messages for a million years. You called my rape drama. The situation surrounding my rape, all the rape drama. Literally, you mentioned my rape a million times and my rapist a million times, and then in the same DM call me a liar that just wanted attention. So to me, an appropriate.
You're talking about a DM to two different people, so it wasn't in the same message. I didn't say rape drama to Deanna. I said that to Abby, which was an insensitive semantic. I 100% agree with that.
The fact that there's even the possibility of being mixed up between two different fucking fans or two different fucking random people in the DMs, like, girl, you're already, like, immediately no. Like, immediately no. Girl, no. Look inward, Gabrielle Kroner Christ, you bitch.
That I could have called it like the time around her rape or all of the stuff going around her rape. Like, I don't know what else to say it. It was bad semantics. I never meant that in a disrespectful way to like deduce your
Bad
experience down drama. And I'm genuinely sorry.
Is a crazy way. Okay, all the rape drama. You're a fucking bitch.
That way, because I never ever would try to take that away from you or invalidate that. And like sincerely from the bottom of my heart right now, like please understand that if you felt that like belittled your experience or
if you felt that
just took away.
You felt that. The proper way to apologize, even if your intent wasn't what the intent versus impact is something you need to be cognizant of. But the proper way to apologize is, I'm sorry I made you feel that way. You need to put the onus on you if you're going to apologize. Like, that's not, you cannot apologize for the way somebody else feels. If you feel like, you know what I mean? Like, you made them feel that way. You need to apologize for making them feel that way.
From something that was not my intention. It was just like a quick way of typing.
Now?
What's that?
Is it your intention on talking about the rape apologist that I'm the one that's a sexual predator? I do this, I do that. Do you understand that also is extremely traumatic to see? I'm not the one. I wasn't on tape. I never even called you that in my video. People did digging into your past and the tweet that you had for Curtis that day, and they determined that you were a rape apologist, and they called you that. I never once called you that. So like, literally saying.
But you were like liking tweets. You were liking tweets and stuff, calling me that. So like that is perpetuating the rumor and like responding to like comments or like hearting comments about that. Like that is perpetuating the rumor, and it shows that you saw that narrative was happening and that you didn't care to dispel it or correct it.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
I wouldn't like a tweet that says, "Oh, Gabbie collabed with Curtis," because I never gave a shit about who collabed with Curtis. This whole thing that you kind of created this 5-year rumor is bizarre. But anyway, I will continue and say, dude, if you feel bad, then in the messages to Deanna, you are now on Twitter completely bringing my trauma back up. I mean, this is like.
Jessi, you brought it up. I'm sorry, but you brought it up. And like now I have to defend myself because I'm being called a rape apologist. And I will give you this. I will say, you've never called me a rape apologist. You've only like liked the tweets. You called me a backstabber. You said I left you for your rapist because he had more followers. Like those are not, Gabbie is a rape apologist. I'll give you that. But I'm not on Twitter saying Jessi called me a rape apologist. My point in doing this is fighting the internet's narrative of me defending my best friend's rapist, ditching my best friend for her rapist, deciding to collab with my best friend's rapist. And like that's kind of the shitty part about it is like,
you chose to fucking hear him out. You chose to be around him. Like you chose, like the fuck are you fucking talking about? It's enough. That's enough for me. Like, that's enough. Girl, what the fuck? Most of us in the normal world, like, I don't know if you've heard about this thing called girl code, but like, what the fuck are you talking about? Even if the bitch that I hate the most on this earth, I will not kiki with her fucking rapist because he's a rapist, bitch. I will not kiki with her fucking friends. The fuck? Kiki with her friend's rapist? Kiki with somebody's rapist? I have better things to do. Like, what? Girl? What? Is that what you need to do for attention? Like, what is it? What? That is enough for me to know that you are a bitch. Like, you are not good. Like, no, bitch, no. No, even the way like you didn't like Jessi before you even knew her, and you were tweeting fucking fuck shit about her fucking rape. That's public record. Like went to court. They went to court. Like fuck you, Gabbie. You're such a cunt. Like
and people are allowed to speculate and take it wherever they want, I have to respond to that because it is damaging to my life and my reputation and my career and my mental health. And I'm really sorry that like it involves you because you didn't explicitly say that. And I'm telling you right now that you're right. Like you never explicitly said Gabbie is a rape apologist. Gabbie collabed with my rapist. So this isn't even really an attack on Jessi Smiles. It's an attack on what the internet is saying and what you're allowing. And then once it became
you're allowing what you're allowing, girl. You're allowing people to form their own opinions on me based on my own actions. What? What? Wait. I'm sorry. What?
attack on Jessi Smiles.
Gabbie, but you just said it right now. I never said you collabed with Curtis, and yet in your video you said for 5 years I've been saying you collabed with Curtis. You just said right now you never.
No. I said you started the rumor that I ditched you for my rapist or for your rapist 5 years ago, which you did, and I have the tweets of that. I think they're actually in the video that went up today from that other channel. I'm pretty sure it's actually on the internet right now. I'm pretty sure not another drama channel put it in there.
I do have to tell you, Gabbie, you know, by definition, I do have to reiterate, the evidence of what you said that day, insinuating girls have cried rape in my neighborhood all the thousands of times that you admitted to right now in this call. You admitted to it in, like, literally all there. The evidence is all there. That is rape apologist behavior. So by definition, if people were calling you a rape apologist, that is not factually incorrect. You have to understand.
So you think that a deleted tweet from 6 years ago because you had been very mean to me and I said something stupid before I had a following, you think that in 2020 deserves me to be called a rape apologist? That when I had no followers and you were so cruel to me on the internet, do you think that...
I blocked you without saying a word because...
Yeah, girl. Yeah. Like, yeah. Yes. End of sentence.
This is a rap battle, so don't
No, you commented on it calling me pathetic, and then you asked your followers to go call me a wannabe.
Oh, good God, Gabbie. Did you see what Lily posted, the evidence?
Oh my God. So I'm gonna ridicule your... Gabbie, eat shit and die. Like, that's all I got for you, bitch. Like, I don't want you to die, but like, girl, eat shit though.
Of your interactions that day that absolutely proves that you were.
Jessi, I've seen everything, and my point is still that you're talking about something from 6 years ago that we weren't even friends. No, Jessi.
No, you brought up the fact that everybody's calling you a rape apologist, and she's telling you why they think that. And now you're telling her that she's bringing up stuff from 6 years ago. Like, no, Gabbie, you.
That's not literally at all ever what I said. You're twisting my words. I'm saying I never defended my best friend's rapist. I never ditched my best friend for her rapist. I never collabed with my best friend's rapist, and I'm not a fucking rape apologist. That's my point.
Gabbie. No. I have all your live streams where about a million times you say, I am falsely accusing a apologist
Yeah.
of an attack.
Yeah.
Gabbie, you were a rape apologist. And you're not bringing it up because you're pretending that it doesn't exist. You're literally saying in your video, oh, this was one tweet with song lyrics. No, there is evidence that you were in fact excusing rape and siding with Curtis that day, and that you are fighting the whole internet using my trauma to do it and saying this never happened. You literally are just saying, oh no, what happened never happened. It did. I mean, it just did. You said what you said on January 26th, 2014. You apologized to me, and I accepted that apology. In no world can you now say, oh, that just didn't happen. That is rape apology behavior that I forgave you for. So if everyone wants to call you a rape apologist,
So why are you talking about it in 2020? Why are you talking about it in 2020 then?
Because you are.
Jessi, what are you talking about? You did this. Do you not realize that you did this? Do you not truly see that everything that is happening right now is a direct result of what you did in every way? You tweeted, Jen tweeted, and then I had a private conversation, and then I had a private conversation with a fan, and then you made that public and made a public video, and now I'm speaking out and I'm defending myself, and it's somehow my fault, and I'm bringing this up, and why am I doing this? You literally did this. You did all of this.
Gabbie, you know that I'm not the only one you have drama with, right? It was prompted by.
And Jessi, you're not the only one I'm not the only one you have drama with either.
Who? I stand my house. I'm a hermit crab. Who do I have drama with right now?
We're obviously getting to a toxic point, and I'm not sure if there's anything else that you want to talk about. As far as my live stream, I was going to offer an alternative. It feels like you're not interested in hearing it, but this.
What the fuck do we have to talk about for another 2 hours? What the fuck? What the fuck? Like,
it's just something that, like, and this isn't me trying to, like, hurt you or threaten you in any way. Like, this is not do this or this is gonna happen. Like, I mean, I guess it kind of is, but it's just like, I'm not doing it to hurt you. It's because I have to tell the story and defend myself, and I'm not going to stop.
Correct, because I don't want to twist the narrative here.
Yeah,
you're gonna go on a live stream and present information you've refused to present to me to prove accusations.
Well, no, there's actually a lot that there's some that I have to keep private because I was told, like, for example, like the names of the witnesses, like written statements, shit like that kind of thing I can't show. And then there's certain emails and stuff that I've been asked to like keep private, which I'm sure you have, certain text messages that I've been asked to keep private, but it's just like, I just need to like tell my story about this. That's how I feel, like the same way you're feeling. I think we're in the same boat, and like that's why it sucks so much that it's ever been made public in the first place. And I wish it.
Hello?
Hey, I didn't know if you hung up or if it dropped.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, okay, cool. You're so much clearer now. Holy shit, I wish we would have called back at the beginning because you sound 1,000 times better. Holy shit. I just like, it sucks because I don't know the answer that like makes everybody happy. And I wish there was some type of like middle ground, and I just don't know what that is. I just don't know.
I mean, for me, I know that you said that you didn't watch my video until after you posted yours, but I think that what would have been a good middle ground is you watching my video, getting anything you felt was important to put out there and putting it out in a video, and that would be it. Like, I made a video, you made a video. Like, that would literally have been the most fair thing. I honestly am just confused at all this online back and forth now, when I feel like you should have just done it in your video. You should have just aired out whatever you felt was fair. But in my opinion, I don't think the right way to go about it is a million live streams and tweeting at every single person. Listen, I dealt with Curtis subtweeting me when I would speak up about my rape, and I had to deal with people calling me.
Yeah, Curtis is a fucking dick. Like, we all agree Curtis is a dick, right? Like, it was handled without couth, and like, I think we all feel that. Like, I totally am 100% on your side with that. But like, I never, and I swear to God, I'm not like throwing smoke up your ass. Like, I never wanted to respond in the first place because I don't want to hurt you, Jessi. Like, what I went through.
Curtis is a monster. Curtis Lepore raped his girlfriend while she was asleep. In a place where she should have been safe. With a person she should have been safe with. He's not a dick. He is a vile piece of fucking shit. He is a monster. He is disgusting. There is something wrong with that. Deeply, deeply wrong with that man. And he needs fucking deep psychiatric help. Because the way you can do that to somebody and then wake up the next morning and tell them about it, you're a piece of fucking shit. Like, what the... A dick? And this is your friend, and I'm getting this heated over what he did? Girl, you need... What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what do you... Understatement of the fucking Century Award. Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck?
It was like constant anxiety and panic and not eating and not sleeping and not being able to work. And like, you get it. It's all consuming. I know you're experiencing that. And I didn't want to respond. And it just felt like that's what I've done for so long. And then it was like, oh my God, another video with my name in the thumbnail. Like, is this ever going to end? And I know you say that in that video, you're like, this is the last time. But like, you didn't have to do that, you know?
Well, I thought, to me, honestly, and I'm sorry that honestly, like, I really am sorry if you took that in a bad way. Like, or not that I hate those types of apologies. I'm sorry if that hurt you, that I brought you up in a video. And honestly, in my eyes, you know, like you said, people have not stopped. So I have also been on the receiving end of 1,000,005 questions and everything, and when I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a Q&A, forget it. It was like a fucking, I have all the questions where I was like, Jesus, if I don't address something.
And don't forget all the fucking Gabbie Hanna stands, her little cult of followers, Alyssa Perrine, and all those fucking people that were harassing people for Gabbie. Like,
very mild, and especially tell people like, that's it, like, there's nothing to talk about anymore.
But do you feel it was mild, or because like for me, because this is how I feel, like to me it hurt because it was like, you know what, like, I don't regret it, and I'm just telling people how they can treat me, and it was like it felt so pompous, and like it's almost like you felt happy, and like seeing like the tweets from Jen and Alex, and like the picture of me standing over a grave, and like it's just, or the picture of you three standing over a grave, and just all of the like celebration of my destruction.
Right now, I do want to be okay. Well, first of all, that's the exact opposite of what I wanted to do with my video. Sometimes
It's a Pretty Little Liars promotional photo, I think. Like, probably a joke about the show, girl. Like, isn't it? Like, that looks like, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's a Pretty Little Liars promotional photo.
Yeah.
I do want to be okay. Well, first of all, that's the exact opposite of what I wanted to do with my video. Sometimes I miss the mark. I think I'm doing one thing, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna make everything way better, and then it doesn't. This is a good example that definitely did not make it better. So I can own up to that, you know. And full disclosure, unless like I feel I have to in any way, because I mean, I'm just like you're defending yourself. If anything gets out of hand, like, this is our platform, you know what I mean? So we can use it however we want to defend ourselves in any way we need. So I'm not saying like I'm never gonna make a video. If everything was to stop, this is the truth. If everything was to disappear tomorrow, I would never, like, since that Q&A, I was never gonna mention you again, ever. I know, like, you may not think that, but that is truly my intention before I mention it.
That was not me. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Anyway, I do want to say, I don't have, like, Jen goes off on Twitter. There's times I ask her to stop. There are times where I won't even know she's going off on Twitter. Sometimes she'll text me, she'll be like, I tweeted, and I'll respond like, oh God. Like, I do not egg that on. I just want you to know that in any way, shape, or form. There's been times where I tried to stop it. There's been times where I tried to just not answer the text or whatever. So,
you're not responsible for somebody else's behavior. Like, regardless, like, and Jen has the fucking right to tweet. Like, I'm not even saying that, like, that behavior is bad. Like, she was probably saying something that needed to be said.
I genuinely do believe that you aren't, like, asking Jen to do shit at this point. It just feels like my boyfriend and my best friend aren't, like, tweeting about this. And if they did, I would be, I mean, now he is, finally. Like, for 6 months, I literally said, don't fucking do anything. And, like, as much as she's not in your control,
they use fake accounts. Do you have a best friend? Do you have friends? Does Gabbie have friends? I don't think I know her to have friends.
Feel like if you were to ask her to stop, she would have. And I do feel like you didn't mind, you know? And obviously I can't know your intentions.
That's not true. It really isn't true.
Okay, I believe you. I do.
Yeah, and I want to say, after my video went live, I don't know if in your head I was like maniacally rubbing my hands together and in a corner like, ha 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 ha, now I really did it. I suffered a lot. I despise confrontation. I have extreme anxiety. I have a lot of mental health issues. You know this. So I was like literally freaking the fuck out. I remember like 2 nights in, I just wake up my husband and I was like, what? Why did I do it? Oh my God, I'm so scared. Like, what happened? Because I didn't want to hurt you. I genuinely wanted behavior to stop. Hurting you was never something I wanted to do, ever, in any universe.
This is true. That's a thing that I watched Jessi's podcast and I became a fan of her like after all of this, and that's something that a through line that has gone throughout the podcast. She's not like confrontation.
I have been hurt on the internet. I have dealt with years of people calling me a liar. I do not want that at all. So I do apologize that you've gone through it because of that. And I wish that if there was any other way that I truly believe things would have been solved, I would have done them. I did not believe anything could be solved privately at all.
It just, that to me just like honestly is confusing. And like, I hope you don't feel I'm trying to fight with you because I feel like we're reaching a point with each other right now where we can really speak to each other. I don't understand why, like, the last time we had a conversation and, like, everything was cool, I thought, and I was, like, hurt that you said it made me want to puke, or, like, you said it was, like, a very non-biased statement, but I watched it, and it was, like, she gives me emails that make me feel like I'm gonna puke, and, like, I'm so overcome with anxiety, and, like, obviously that causes speculation, so I was asking you, because I was going through a lot, like, can you please remove it, and all of a sudden I'm blocked, and, like, and then, like, to tweet that I'm a shitty person publicly, and then I go to my phone, and I see, like, literally that was the day I realized I was blocked, because I sent you another text, like, probably 2 months later, that, like, a girl named Jessica Vasquez emailed me, and I sent it to you, and I was like, oh my God, I literally thought this was you, and, I went back to text you that day when you tweeted I was a shitty person, I saw that I was blocked, and I was like, this has been, like, this constant thing of like we're cool and we're blocked and I'm cool and we're blocked and like I don't know where to go with it.
Yeah, and that's what I can definitely say, and this is the truth. The day, you know, unprovoked, obviously nothing had happened. It was just a decision I had made to not want to be friends anymore. The day that I came to you and did that should have been the last of our communication, unless we saw each other somewhere, or you know something. I don't know. We just happened to be somewhere. We'd be like, oh, it's Gabbie. You know, the continuing, which I am very much a part of, obviously, in conversations where I'm like, oh, if I'm nice, things will be better. You know, if I'm nice, we're not gonna have any more fights. If I'm nice, yeah, that's like literally my mindset. I'm like, if we're nice,
it's mine too. Yeah, I totally get.
Give them an inch, they'll take a fucking mile. Like,
I'm 100% there.
And it usually is not the case one way or another. Back in the day, I mean, as you know, in our emails and stuff, it's just people would come up to me or they would come up to you and be like, oh, Gabbie said this, Jessi said that. That caused a lot of shit. Obviously, I don't want to start a fight about it, but things started a lot of shit for me personally. And so it just kind of always like felt like we were trying to be nice to each other, but we really just shouldn't have even tried. Like we should have just not spoken to each other. So I can definitely agree. Like this whole confusingness is because we should have never, once our friendship ended, we should have let it end.
I 100% agree. And I think that we probably like, I mean, I know from my end, the reason I felt like I had to keep it cool with you is because I was like afraid. Because I felt like every time I thought we were fine, like there'd be another tweet or there'd be like another story time or there would be like something. And I was just like, I'm afraid. And I feel like I need to keep the peace with this girl because like I feel like I haven't spoken to her in so long. And like, why did she make this video? Like, I don't understand why she just like.
I felt the same way.
But I never did that to you though, except for the one time I made a video.
No, it would always be things in private. It would always be things you do to a person that would come to me and tell me, or it would be certain things that would happen.
But that's different than real life, Jessi. And I will admit, like, of course, there have been times that, like, no, I'm sorry, I meant on the internet, like, talking shit and like venting in person when somebody hurt you. Like, I was hurt by you. You were hurt by me, and I'm sure you talk shit about me to a lot of people too. You talked about me to Jen. You talked about me to your boyfriend. Like,
you're talking to random fucking people, strangers on the internet, like random fans of Jessi's. And your fans in group chats and Patreon group chats and shit. Now we have the proof. And doing video fucking chats with people and sending them money and being a fucking weirdo and trauma dumping on everybody, making them feel responsible for your emotions. Like, you are a fucking loon, bitch. Fucking Looney Tunes.
That's just what humans do, but to take it, that's normal. But to take it to the internet, and make videos and like tweet and like tell these personal stories, that's where I started getting like anxious. Where I'm like the one that made me the most anxious was the video where it was people I hate or YouTubers I hate or something, where you literally said, I could shit on this person's whole life, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to save it for another day. And once you said that, I was like, oh my God, she's really like waiting for the moment. She's waiting for the moment.
I gotta go look at that because that video, I didn't even include a story about you.
No, but it was like one of those things that obviously it's about me. Like there's this one big YouTuber that I was really good friends with. She's really big now, and like I could shit on her whole life, but I'm not going to. And it's like. No, I mean, like I'm telling you straight up, I did not include a story about you in that video. If you thought it wasn't about me, but that threat is about me. Or tell me who it's about. Like, honestly, if you tell me who that was about and it wasn't about me, like, I'll 100% believe you.
Well, I promise you that when we're done, I'll go and I'll look at that video and then I'll try to remember, because I don't even remember saying I'll shit all over someone's life. But if I go and I look at it, I'll probably remember.
Yeah, you said you told a story about, I think, Lele, Logan, and then there was only one person you wouldn't name, and that was the end of your video.
Oh, I know who you're talking. That wasn't my People I Hate video. That was the rudest YouTubers. You know who I was talking about? But then if I say the name, is it fine on recording?
I'm not posting this anywhere.
Okay, that is who that story was about.
You can shit on her whole life.
I can't shit on her whole life, but it was a not fun interaction. And I don't think I ever said I'll shit on her whole life, but if I did say that, it was because I was upset with my
But you said in the video that it was somebody that you were really close with and friends with that is a big YouTuber now. Like the
only person I didn't name in that video was...
I think you're thinking of something else, because this video, like, you literally said there was this YouTuber this person who became a really big YouTuber who I was really close with. So like when I saw that, yeah, for sure.
Send me the link,
well, you deleted the video, but that girl who posted...
What was it called?
I think it was either rudest YouTubers or people. I think it was rudest YouTubers.
Okay, those are both not deleted. They're on my channel, so I'll go take a look.
They were deleted when I had to get a forensic analyst to get the private video from.
Yeah, it's still up. It's just private, so I still have it.
Oh yeah, but yeah. So that's when I saw that. That was when I was like, okay, Jessi's like for real waiting for the moment, and then obviously I felt like I needed to be like
forensic analyst. I just remembered. Oh my god, the forensic analysts were also just Alyssa. That was just like Alyssa and Gracie, Prince, and all those victims. Oh my god.
because I was scared. Because I'm like, this girl's like threatening me. She's already talked about me. She's already told full stories about our friendship. I don't know what else she is going to do. She had already texted me telling me that she's going to make an entire video exposing me. Like, with all of these things, I'm sure you can understand like my position in this and why I'd be scared and why I felt like, I don't know. It's been so fucking long.
I'm gonna straight up say right now, I've never told you, Gabbie, I'm gonna expose you. I mean, you're gonna do this, I'm gonna expose you. I've never even said I'm gonna
You said if I didn't delete the video, the story time that I told my best friend's man, you told me
I did not. Okay.
You told me if I didn't delete the video that you were going to have to make a video defending yourself and show it like.
How is that equal exposing you?
Because you said that you're going to show all these screenshots and tell all these stories when like I did a video in a direct response to a video that you made by literally the same title. Like you literally made a video called this, and then I did one, and I never texted you saying if you don't delete this video, I'm going to do this and this and this. That to me is a threat.
Okay, first of all, I'm sure
that... You did it. You just immediately made the video, girl. Like, what do you mean? You didn't even think to consider that.
If you don't delete this video, I'm going to sit down and make a video defending myself. That's not how I speak. But second of all, I've already said catty behavior and doing story times and doing whatever was my dumb way, and I'm able to say that was my dumb way of coping with the things that you would do behind the scenes. The things which I just saying that never happened. You know, whatever. It was things that I know happened.
I never said it didn't happen, Jessi. I'm saying, like, this is why it's so frustrating, because I'm not saying that conversation didn't happen. What I'm saying is I never actually was going to fuck your boyfriend, and I did that after, I don't want to say the names because I'm afraid this recording is going to go out somewhere, like, you know, but there was a situation.
You know, like, I hear you, like, I'm sorry you're hurting, I really am, and, like, this, if I could do things differently, I don't know. I don't know. If I felt like we could have a conversation, I genuinely did not feel like that was something that could happen, because a lot of times, and it's happened a few times in this conversation, I'm not gonna lie to you, where you've just told me something that is not I didn't do.
And then I agree with that, because, like, on my side, it's like, I don't think you're trying to gaslight me. I think that there's a possibility that you genuinely don't remember stuff like that, because, like, I mean, I have that screenshot, for example. Like, what
her? But, and then, you have that screenshot, for example, to this day has never released it. Like, that's the crazy thing. It's like, if you had all this proof, post it, bitch. Post the proof, ho. God damn, never did. She's just a pathological fucking liar. Pseudologica fantastica. Look it up, ho. I'm not a doctor, but like, God, you do show some of the symptoms.
Genuinely feel happened is it was there, and like you tweet and delete, you post and delete, and that's one that you just don't remember. But like it does get frustrating when I'm like, oh my god, I literally have this like screenshot and like evidence that this thing happened, and like you're telling me it didn't happen. Like,
okay, then show her, send it to her, clear it up, send it to her. Guess what? You don't fucking have it, bitch.
I don't think that you're lying to me. I think that like you just genuinely don't remember, and it gets frustrating when it's like I'm looking at it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why I'm saying like
send it.
Like tell me, because hello, this has been a lot of years of a lot of shit. You know, I'm going off of my memory and our emails and everything I can find on the internet, and you're doing the same. So that's why I'm saying like I understand whatever legal battle, that's fine. But
I'm gonna tell you this now to like ease your mind. I don't know if it's bothering you. I don't truly have intention to like sue. Like I've been talking to lawyers, like we have the evidence up, I've been talking to litigators, but like I've been saying from the start, this is like a last resort, because, and I truly mean this.
So like I can't send you any of the proof I have because it's for legal battle, but I don't want to sue you. So this proof that I have is just rested in this limbo. And we can't access it because it's for the potential lawsuit that I'm not gonna file. Okay. Oh, okay. But also, no. Because that's fucking crazy, you fucking bitch. What are you talking about?
Don't want to do that to you and your family. I don't want to do it either, but more so than that, like it's not the end of the world if I have to fucking fly to Florida and like do this, like take some time out of my life. Like it'll be annoying, it'll be stressful,
Florida?
because that's where the crime, quote, I mean, we'll say alleged crime happened. So like the court has to be in Florida because that's where you did it. So like, I don't want to do that. I have no desire to take food out of your kid's mouth. I have no desire to, like, I know that, like, your kid is in, like, speech classes. Like, that shit's expensive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're a mother. You're a family. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt your family. Like, for me, like, the only thing I want is for my name to be cleared, for me to feel like my story is heard, and for this to go away. And, like, court is a very, very, very last-ditch effort, last-ditch, or last resort that, like, I don't want to go there. So, like, please, like, when I'm talking about this, you're not taking it as a threat of, like, I'm going to take
Bro,
your...
we heard your story. It's like... you keep on coming back to the internet, tell your story over and over again, thinking it's going to convince people to be on your side. This one last resort, and it never works. You never can control the narrative. Like you just cannot do it, because the narrative will always be that you're a piece of shit, because you are in fact a piece of shit. Like there is a correlation causation thing here going on, bitch. You like.
Court, it's quite literally the last thing that I want to do.
As well. I know court is going to be the last for everyone. Like nobody wants to go to court.
Yeah.
But you can tell. This is my whole thing. You're free to like tell your, like, for instance, the things that you feel have dragged you down the most is the, you know, people calling you a rape apologist, people, the murdered girl, and like the scam artist. I was hearing the things you were saying. There's like a few main things, and like if you feel like that's not the truth, or like for instance, like in my opinion, if I were you with the rape apologist thing, this is what I would have done. I would have said, this was something that Jessi and I spoke about years ago. She absolutely forgave me for. This is not somebody who I am today in any way, shape, or form. And although you may think that is who I am, it absolutely is not. And I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, you can absolutely, like...
But Jessi, once you're, like, in that position of, like, being canceled and everybody hating you, and, like, literally no matter what I say, like, I could literally, if I say I'm sorry, people say you're backpedaling. If I don't say anything, then they make up a new lie about exploiting a dead girl. If I, like, if I cry, I'm playing the victim. If I don't cry, then I'm a sociopath.
So, Gabbie, so wait. So Jessi's responsible for how the internet responds to your bullshit? Like, girl, who is the villain? Like, girl, who are you mad at? Figure it out. You don't fucking know.
Yeah, no, I know how that can feel that way, and I can totally see it from your perspective of like why it would feel like there's nothing you can do or say that is going to be the right thing to do or say. I get that. However, you know, me personally, as just like I watch a lot of YouTube as well, I've seen a lot of YouTubers do apologies, and I'm like, damn, like, you know what? That was really good. Like, that was a great apology. And I'm not saying that you, like, for instance, there's no apology for the rape apologist thing. It's more that one specific. The murder teenager one, obviously you have your reason, and obviously I know what happened after that, so that's like easy to clear up.
I'm also like, it's been 6 years, and I don't think you can get away with like this. Oh, I'm being canceled. Like, you can't really get away with that anymore, because like what? You're being canceled. The president's a pedophile. For the Epstein files, girl. Like, what? Canceled. James Charles is still making fucking money. Like, I mean, y'all mad at him for shaming you about the fucking somebody's job? Y'all more mad about that than you were about the minors. Like, girl, he sexted minors. That's why I also didn't like. I felt extremely bad for Kayla Malek with what happened with her with Evan Johnson. Like, he is a piece of shit, and I feel the most amount of empathy and sympathy for her. But then what stuff what happened with James Charles, I was like, that's what you get for being friends with James Charles, girl. Like, I kind of get what you get with that situation. Obviously she didn't, and I'm not talking about the Evan stuff at all, but like James, the fact that James betrayed you, girl. Water's wet. The fork is found in kitchen. Like, also this thing where everybody's like, oh my god, he's such a bad person. He's shaming this girl who was laid up. Yeah, he is a bad person. Yeah. Were you not aware? Why does this fucking faggot still have a fucking platform? Like, I'm so tired of him. This douche. He's a fucking pedo. In my opinion.
The rape apology thing, it's like, those were tweets from forever ago. Yes, that's
Jessi, deadass, I'm not even, like, swear on everything I own and love and, like, everything on my life. I didn't even remember 99% of that shit.
I believe you.
So that's why I didn't address it.
She just went on a tangent about how she thinks that Jessi doesn't remember shit. She is psycho.
Because I didn't know it existed until, that's why I inserted that clip in my response video, because I filmed the whole video, and then before I posted it, I was like, I really need to dig deep and try to find what people are talking about. Because when I was asking Deanna, like, I was literally saying, can you please show me, like, what you're talking about? Because I wanted to know. Because if there was something there, I wanted to address it, I wanted to apologize for it, but all she kept saying was, I can't find it, it doesn't exist. And then she sent me a Vine, I was like, that's not me. If she would have sent me those tweets, and, like, it was 6 years ago, I literally didn't remember. If she would have sent me those tweets, I would have been like, yeah, okay, let's talk about it. But instead, it just blew up into this, like, massive thing where, like, you know, like, I said something hurtful, like, I don't know if I've ever actually told you this. I was raped in college, and it fucking sucked, and I thankfully, like, had friends to tell me, like, they were the ones who told me, like, Gabbie, that's rape. And then one of my friends, like, a guy friend, was falsely accused, and it fucked up his life, and all of a sudden it came out that it was false, and I fucking hated that bitch, because I was like, I was actually raped, and you're, like, accusing my friend of raping you. So when it came out, like, I said that thing about whatever the thousands, I don't remember, I have no idea what it actually said, but it's clear that I said something along those lines. And then somebody responded, and she was like, oh, so thousands of girls, and I deleted it immediately, and I had to jog my memory, because I was like, that's fucked up, like, I don't like Jessi because she was mean to me on Vine, but for me to discount her experience without that proof is not fair, and then it's gone, you know? So, like, I wish I knew about that in my video, because that actual particular screenshot, the ones that I showed in my video, are the only ones that I could...
fucking thing to do. That's still a crazy fucking thing to do. Like, that's crazy. It doesn't matter. Like, the two things have nothing to do. Like, what? Girl, your mind works in mysterious ways, and I don't want to understand them. I want to point and laugh at you. But like, oh my god, what the fuck?
Could find. Jesus. I asked these two girls who, like, helped me try to find this shit. I was like, please send me anything that I need to talk about, and that's what they sent me.
Yeah, so, you know, with me, like, in my mind, I was like, this is how we became friends. You know, you apologize to me for these tweets. So in my mind, I was like, there's no way she didn't know that something bad happened in regards to me that day, or like that you contributed negatively to me on that day. So when I saw your video, you know, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. And I want to be upfront. There was no part of me that was going to be like, but your video, you were lying in it or whatever. I know you thought that's how it was coming at you. It really wasn't. It was just like, Gabbie, there's proof. Like, you were really, really against me. And I remember, because I remember that day. You don't remember when people, you don't forget when people hurt you. So I remember that day very vividly. And, you know, to be 100% honest, like, this is not something that you cannot come back from. If I was in your life today, I would literally say, you are completely capable of bouncing back. And I'm not like, I'm saying this because, number one, remember, I did not put any of your tweets in my video on purpose. I really didn't want people to go looking for the tweets or thinking that those tweets happened. So just know that, like, I didn't say, oh, really, you told Deanna there's no tweets? Here they are. Like, that wasn't my intention. So people went and they found them and they started, you know, making their own timeline and doing everything. And this is something that you are 100% able to just be like, dude, yeah, I did that. And just what you told me, that, okay, I get that. You know what I mean? The murdered teenager girl, like, you didn't know. That's fine. I understand that. And then the I don't know much about the other ones, to be honest. But you know what I mean? Like, I know you feel like you can't say or do anything right. But I do, like, listen, this is coming from someone, like I was trying to say earlier, Curtis would tweet me the most heinous shit that, favorite this if you'll willingly have sex with me to his followers, just this shit. And so I had to learn, and this is not me trying to get you to stop talking about me on the internet, so please know that. I'm literally just saying, like, what my lesson was, and it was a hard fucking lesson. It was that I cannot convince someone to like me on a tweet. I cannot convince someone that I'm worthy of their trust or their belief, or that they should absolutely believe me. I can only sit down, I can put out what I want to put out, be careful, like, I literally pick and choose what I want to put out and make sure that's what I want it to be, and let people judge me off of that. That's all I can do, and that's the same goes for you.
Well, that comes back to, like, what this all started with in the first place is this was me attacking drama channels, not Jessi Smiles, because I don't know how much you see. It was drama channels. I don't know how much
It's always our fault, isn't it, huh? Jesus fuck. All roads lead back to drama channels.
you see of it, but it is incessant and it is defamatory, and, like, they will not let me go. My uncle literally just like I've collected all of the videos and titles, because that's like a whole other fucking case.
Your
but
uncle?
Like it's obsessive to the point of, like, literally I showed a picture of a girl in a t-shirt and I said, I like your shirt, and the story was I exploited a murdered girl. So when they're making these videos saying I'm a monster, I'm a rape apologist, and also, like, Alex James, like, we don't even need to fucking get into that, but, like, him throwing that chaos and fuel on the fire, like that, you know what I mean? Like, that whole situation too of, like, okay, why is this happening to me? And Alex James is, like, a part of this, knowing that he fully, like, gave a thing to the DA against you and for Curtis, and that he actually lived with and collaborated with Curtis. Like, it was just the most, like, ass backwards thing I'd ever experienced. And that was where, like you put out your video, that was one thing. For Alex to pile on, and then, like, for Jen to pile on, and then for, like, the three of you guys to be interacting on Twitter, and, like, like talking about it and like celebrating it. It was like
I really listen. I've already said in this conversation. I can acknowledge, like, I take responsibility for the shit that I do, and I really do not condone bullying you or anything that you've seen that's not on my page. That is something that is not in good taste. I don't condone that, and I definitely don't participate in that. And I, as far as like after my video went out, like I said, I was fucked up mentally. I was completely like, oh my god, my anxiety was all over the place. I didn't post for a long time. It was a shitty time. And then right before Christmas, my video made Curtis put out a statement. I don't know if you knew that.
I saw it, yeah.
So that was horrendous for me. That was a traumatic thing in itself. So I have struggled with, like, when I saw your video, it did make sense to me. I'm like, that's fine. She wants to respond because in my eyes, you could have responded whenever you wanted. Like, that was not a problem for me. Everyone else doing things, you'd be surprised how little anyone runs anything by me. I'm like you'd really be surprised. And yeah, that's a separate conversation I think you need to have with people. Drama channels in general, I can understand where you're coming from with that. The issue with me, with what's been happening in the past week, that's why I texted you. And I was like, I was hoping we could speak, is because I saw you bringing, like, you were talking about drama channels for sure, but then it was me. And then it was like, oh, there was a planned attack, and then it started coming in with, oh, T-Spill would be responsible because I told her that I was mentally abused and blackmailed. And I was like, whoa, what did you just say? So then I started being brought into it where it wasn't about drama channels anymore. So this past week, I've just been completely like, what the fuck do I do? Like, I've just not known how to handle it. So today with the podcast, it was the last straw. And I was like, I just need to put forth the evidence that I didn't lie. And that literally anybody who said my side of the story, as far as like, I didn't hear drama channels calling you a rape apologist, but I don't doubt that some did, because there's some of them that are not very great, researchers.
I mean, that's like constant. Like, they've almost all at some point or another called me a rape apologist and said that I left my best friend for her rapist, and like that is the narrative that's being told. And I'm sure you can understand.
You are a rape apologist, bitch.
Like how that can affect your life and your work and your relationships and your family, and it's really ruined my life. Like, I damn near killed myself. Like, what do you do in that case where it's like people, like, the worst thing that you can get called besides a rapist or a pedophile is a rape apologist? Like, people put you in the same category, and it's like everybody shouldn't.
No, they shouldn't.
But they do, unfortunately. And it's like, no, it's not your responsibility to like control your fans. I never say that, but like it felt like
they don't. By the way, like, no, that's just not true. So much of Hollywood are rape apologists. Like, they still work, still make millions of dollars. Yeah. There's actual rapists in Hollywood. Like, to say that, like, girl, we just talked about James Charles. That motherfucker still run around. She's still making money. Girl.
Like, when you're like liking these tweets by Jen, or like liking Dana's tweets, or like
I don't like any heinous things by Jen. Like, if Jen put something mean about you, I would never like it. Like, I really just don't. I don't engage with her when she's talking about something really mean to you. I don't. I like Jen's tweets sometimes because I still have her in my life, but I do not engage with her in anything like really mean that she says about you.
So what do you want? Like, where do you think that this needs to go from here? Like, in a perfect situation where we both feel good and vindicated, what does that look like?
That's $1 million question. I don't know. I feel I guess obviously, like, I think as of right now, it doesn't feel great, the battle that's going on, like on Twitter and stuff. That all is not very fun. I don't know. Do you have any suggestions? I really don't know.
I mean, what I feel like I would need, I already know that you're not going to be like down with, but like maybe I can present to you what we would try to settle for outside of court without going to trial, and then maybe we can find something from there. Because again, like, I don't want to deal with any of that. So maybe
you mean like money?
No. Like, my goal was I never wanted money. Like, I didn't want to sue for money. Like,
gotcha.
if there was something where the lawyer said, well, we literally have to, then it was going to all be donated to rape survivors and domestic violence survivors. Like, it's not a money thing.
Gotcha.
What I was going to go for is deleting the video, obviously. A public statement that's like basically a retraction and apology for a lot of it, because like even though you didn't make it lead to this and this and this, like those were really emotionally charged and in some spots very defamatory statements, and like realistically that video just shouldn't have happened. I think that we can both agree that
what? That is where you thought this conversation was. That's where you thought that conversation led to this? What are we? What? Oh, girl. Okay. Jessi, you better not fold.
Like, that's not the way to handle an interpersonal conflict with somebody that you don't like to do that. Like, we're in our 20s, I'm almost fucking 30, and just never speak about me again. Like, that's all I want, is like this part of it to go away. And I appreciated when you said in your voice, in your notes, like, I didn't start this rumor, because that has helped. Like, people saying, like, even Jessi says that like this didn't happen, and like that's been great.
Yeah, I mean, of course. And I also, I want to say really quick, the reason why people are saying that you collabed or you defended your best friend's rapist is because the timeline is so weirdly close, and because I didn't include all of these tweets, people started like really drawing their own conclusions. They started saying, oh, they were friends at the time. Oh, Gabbie knew beforehand, and I didn't want that. I just didn't like.
But you also didn't dispel it. You know what I mean?
The only way to dispel it though is to show all your tweets. So that would have been like.
I don't think so. I think it could have been really easily done with a like, hey guys, like Gabbie didn't leave me for my rapist. Like, I didn't meet Gabbie until 8 months after the article dropped, or whatever it was. Like, it was the.
I did say you've never, like in my video, I said I have never in my life said that you collabed with Curtis, and somehow it's still kind of stuck. People didn't really hear me say that. I said that in my video.
Because it's because at that point the rumor had just like perpetuated so much to the point where like on TikTok, I don't even think people know that they're talking about you. They're just saying, didn't this girl like defend her friend's rapist or like leave her friend for her rapist? And like that's the story.
Yeah.
So like,
but then I guess for me, like on my side, it really quickly turned into, instead of you just saying that and being like, no, I didn't collab with my best friend's rapist, I didn't defend my best friend's rapist, I wasn't her best friend at the time, you just said, I never defended a rapist. So that's when my pain started coming in, and my hurt over what you were doing started coming in, and I just started feeling like, yes, you did.
Yeah, because that deleted tweet, I literally didn't remember until, and I would have put in the video, but like that's the thing about like, no, I mean the one that was like deleted, not the Beware of a Girl with a Broken Heart one, the one about the thousands of women, like that one. Like I would have 100% shown that.
And there was even a person who, I don't know what, you had one deleted tweet, but there was a person that I had your previous interactions, he was like, I guess a random Twitter person you knew, and he responded to you on that day and said, oh yeah, the prequel to Sleeping Beauty. Like I was raped in my sleep. You know what I mean? Like this was shit that was fucked up, and then we spoke about it, and I totally apologized. I mean, you apologized, and I said sure, and then we moved on. But I guess my pain and my trauma was brought up in this situation because you were saying this never happened, and anyone who says it does is liable for defamation.
But that's just like the shitty thing about like dealing with stuff especially from 6 years ago publicly. Because on my end, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like I don't remember this tweet that was 6 years ago that I deleted because like I didn't go back later in life and like search that day and delete tweets. Like if that's what I was doing, I would have deleted all of them. The ones about the TMZ, the popcorn.
No, I believe that.
So like that's why I didn't. Yeah, go ahead.
I think you deleted them close to the situation for sure, or even if when we became friends or whenever, it doesn't matter. Like I know you didn't delete them like trying to hide them now. What I'm saying is that, you know, in your video, when you're saying this was a complete like misconception and I don't, you know, that this was just a song lyric, that was painful for me. And then on top of that being painful for me, I really did just want to talk to you privately. And then this whole thing that's happening, I know it started about drama channels, but I very much became a part of it, and I didn't even engage in it at all. I just kind of let you go through it because I do see you're going through a lot, and I'm not happy about that, and I don't want to make it worse for you. However, it's painful for me too, being brought into it, being like, Jessi's abusive and Jessi this and that. I mean, like, on top of the fact that you're denying that I've never been a rape apologist, this is just ridiculous. This is a false narrative from a toxic ex-best friend, and I'm like, oh shit, this is painful to hear, you know. So I know you didn't know about it then, but you do now, and that's really it. I think that like I said, I don't feel comfortable being honest, like sitting down and just being like, I didn't mean anything I said, because if I'm being honest, like I don't like I did a basic table reading of your DMs. You know what I mean? Like I tried to add as little of commentary and my own personal stuff as I could, even though obviously I did. But
like you did include the thing that you knew would bury me, like saying this thing, which I think that we do need to talk about that, saying that I said his friends didn't rape you, and I still maintain I don't remember that, and like I can prove that it was a FaceTime call, and the only situation that I can imagine something like that coming out of my mouth is because like I hung out with someone and I felt like my relationship had been controlled for so long that like I snapped, and that's what I said to Abby, because like, well, why would I ever say something like what you did, and like when you called I don't want to put their names in it,
the girl you used to live with?
No. The girl who was like the friends with Justin Bieber thing, like sabotaging that friendship, and then I was getting calls while I was at BuzzFeed saying like Jessi just called me screaming that I can't be your friend, and then like the stuff with Jen where like Jen wanted to be my friend and then you wouldn't talk to her because she wanted to be my friend, and it's like
that was a different situation. You and Jen, and here's the thing with you and Jen too, really quick. You and Jen obviously started hating each other way before me. Like me and you were still close. I was stuck between having two people I cared about, you know, hating each other. So that was a shitty situation, and you and Jen have your own history, and that's why you guys feel whatever way you feel about each other. In that time, you know, Jen, after hating you, started like being your friend, and then you would reach out to her whenever you thought I was talking about you in a video, and that bothered me. And so I would tell Jen, like, why are you leaving that line of communication open for her to just come to you and be like, was that video about me? Like, I didn't like that. You know, I thought that was weird. I didn't feel comfortable with that. So that's the start of that, and then, you know, there's a bunch of shit after that. I don't even know how to keep track of the situation with you and Jen. However, I don't remember this girl that you're talking about. I really don't even...
That was the catalyst of the end of our friendship, because that was literally the day you told me you didn't want to be friends anymore. It was because who actually ended up becoming Curtis's assistant. I don't remember if she was at the time. She actually reminded me recently of that. Like last week, she was like, well, yeah, I was Curtis's assistant. And I honestly, that might be the fucking situation. Like this might be the aha moment of what we're talking about is who was my friend, who I told you about. I was like, yeah, there's this girl, you know, that girl that Justin Bieber posted on her Instagram, or on his Instagram. We've been hanging out a lot, and something about just talking about how she was like something with Justin Bieber, and I was like, we go on hike, she's like, tight, whatever. And then like a day later, or a couple days later, she called me super upset, and she was like, you told Jessi that you only wanted to be my friend because of Justin Bieber? And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, she like told this person, and then they told me, and I was like, why would she say that? So then I called you to ask you about it. I don't know, but the conversation went, I asked you about it, you said no, and then you said, well, I only said it to, and then I said, well, why would you say it? And then you said something about, and I was like, okay, so was it, or is it just, did you not say it? And it turned out to be like this car full of people with.
I feel like this many names do not need to be censored. I don't know.
Somebody else that you said like I was using her to get to Justin Bieber, and then that like fucked up our friendship, and I asked you about it, and then once I like asked you about it, you were like, you know what, Gabbie, I know that you don't need to use me anymore because you're friends with Jenna Marbles now and she has more followers than me and she can give you more popularity, but like I don't worry, like I'm not taking it personally, like we're just not friends anymore, sorry. And I was like, holy shit.
The way I remember it is I went to Oprah's Life You Want weekend, and I had the best week of my life. That was when I had a complete enlightening moment with my own sexual assault, and I completely had so much healing in my brain, and I was sitting on my bed and texting you and just being like, hey, I just don't think this friendship makes sense, because I had reevaluated everything. Maybe something happened around that time, but I remember why I texted you, that you actually got upset at me because you said it was for no reason.
Well, it was a phone call. It was a phone call, and I was like, I remember it so vividly. I was like on the corner of the street. I used to, where Alex used to live, and I remember like crying on the corner because you were like, I don't want to be your friend anymore, because like I get it, like you're friends with Jenna, she has more followers, and I was like, where is this coming from?
I would never say those sentences, Gabbie.
But like
sometimes you say things and I'm like, girl, that's not me.
Yeah, but then it's like I say these things and then you just like invalidate my experience. But like I'm literally on the phone with my sister, like sobbing, like saying like Jessi literally ended our. But you did
hallucinate. You do interpret like you,
Say
girl.
that, Jessi. Like
the emails, remember?
She fills in so many gaps without like. There'll be the tiniest like 2 millimeter gap, and she's like fills it in with the most fucking insane psychotic fucking shit. It's crazy.
When you told me that my brother pulled you to the side and said like, yeah, we should probably like.
He did.
No, he didn't, Gabbie.
You weren't there. How would you possibly know that? You weren't there.
Because the one person in this entire universe you can't tell me said that is my brother.
Then that's one of those things where it's like I don't know what to tell you.
And he says that absolutely never happened. But besides that, that's why I'm saying that doesn't sound like me. Like that's not something I would ever say. Like, oh, I get it. Jenna Marbles has more followers. I've always been a person like maybe at the beginning of my Vine days, I had my diva days where I was like, ooh, 1 million followers, this and that. But very quickly after what happened with Curtis, I realized that it doesn't matter how many followers I have. It doesn't mean people like me, and it certainly doesn't mean that I'm happy. So very quickly after everything happened with Curtis, I gained perspective on that. And I'm not saying that like I don't give a shit about like, oh, if I get one view on my channel, I'll be like, oh damn, what the fuck, one view. But it's really literally not something that's ever been that important to me after Vine, because Vine ruined that perception for me. So that's why I know that that's not a sentence I would say, because I don't care.
But Jessi, it's like this is part of the thing that's like so frustrating is I know you don't believe me, but the reason I did not move in with you after we had plans, like we literally planned to get a 3-bedroom apartment together, and the reason that didn't happen is because when you left, sat me down and he said those exact words to me, and I got in the shower and I sobbed because I was like, where the fuck am I gonna live? He just told me that I can't move in because if Jessi does this thing, then he literally said she has a history of dropping people out of note for no reason, and then he's like, I hope that doesn't happen to you. And of course, he's like not shit talking you at all. Like he's very like, you know, it's not that she's trying to be mean. It's just like once she makes a decision on something, that's it. And if that happens when you live here, that's going to be really bad. And like, I don't think that that's a point that we can like, that's really worth us arguing, because it's obviously something we're never gonna see eye to eye on. Right. But like those types of things, when you're saying like that didn't happen, like that's, I'm sorry, but like it's gaslighting, because like you weren't there to see it or hear it. And I know for a fact that that is why I did not live with you after we had plans and I wasn't looking for an apartment. Like I was dead set on living with you guys. Why? Okay, actually, this is a great question because it might help us meet somewhere and like find some clarification. Why do you think I didn't move in with you?
That's well, I know one of the main reasons. You were being persistent about the amount of money you wanted to pay for your room, and you said that it wasn't fair, that it was paying less, even though I was paying for me, and we said $1,000 for your bedroom, and you were like, no, that's not fair, because that's not split equal, and that was like a big issue. Like you were like strong on like what you wanted to pay on, and that was like one of the main things. Do
you think that there's any possibility that maybe you guys had decided that you didn't want me there, and that you had to like, okay, well, we need to tell her something because we're not just gonna tell her we don't want her to live with us, and like that was just the thing that was said to get me to not live with you guys? Because it was said, like, okay. For sure.
If I'm being honest, and I don't want to, like, this is just something, like, I never really wanted to bring up to you, because, like, for what? To make you feel bad, like, or whatever. That was how it felt. So, it, like, yeah, so that was how it felt. He just was like, I don't think it's a great idea. And then I said, I cannot talk to Gabbie about it. There's just no way I can't do it. And he said, okay, I'll do it. So I remember he spoke to you. I just don't believe he was like, oh, she cuts people off and does all that. However, I know he spoke to you, and it was, I kind of told him to do it because I didn't want, you know, you and I were so close at the time that I was like, I don't want to tell her no. You know what I mean? Like I just didn't feel.
Well, I mean, that is what he told me. He said it's because you have a tendency to cut people out with no reason, and if it happened while I was living there, that would get really ugly, and it'd be like really hard with the lease. And maybe it was just something that he said to, you know, get me out of the apartment, and that's fair. But like that is still, you know, what happened, and
yeah,
it hurt.
We were still friends after that for a long time.
But we didn't hang out though for so long, and like my timeline of things is like I got kicked out of the apartment, and I went and found my apartment, and I kept trying to hang out with you, and I was like texting you like, can we hang out? Can we hang out? And then you would either not answer me or say you were busy. And I'm not. This is the perception that I had, especially with what you told me on the phone. Like I would go to Jenna's house, and then we would Snapchat, and then like 20 minutes after I posted a Snapchat with Jenna, I would get a text from you being like, hey, where you at? I want to hang out. And I'd be like, oh, sorry, like I can't hang out. And then I think that's what led you to say on the phone, like, I get it, you're friends with Jenna now, like she has more followers, and it's like way cooler to be friends with her, because like maybe to you felt like.
I believe that I could have said, I get it, you're friends with Jenna now. I don't believe that I would say she has more followers than me, because I've never looked at friendships like that ever in my life. I've never looked at, I mean, you know this, when, you know, and now like everybody's like, oh, you're using Gabbie, you're this and that. Like we know our history when you were in an airbend, and like we were all like chilling, and their followers didn't matter. Like you knew that. So I actually like despise talking about followers and money now more than ever. But like even back then, like I said, after Vine, I hated that bullshit. So I believe I could have said like, now we're just talking about like what we believe we would have said, which is kind of pointless, but whatever.
No, I think it's not pointless. I think it's good, because like I also think that there's a chance, and like maybe try to humor this idea that like when I'm getting upset on the phone because you're saying like, well, you're friends with Jenna now, that like you get angry, and it leads to a conversation of like, well, you already used me, and like she has more followers now. And this is just my perception of things that happened, but it felt like you loved hanging out with me and being my friend, and then as soon as I started like picking up traction and you had stopped posting because of all the hate, it felt like that was when it started to take a turn, was when like I started growing.
I think, no, Gabbie, I mean, that's never been an issue for me ever. Like I don't mind having people, I've always been friends with people who have way more followers than me and way less followers than me. It's not something, and you know, all in all, you should know, I mean, I'm the one who wanted you to start a YouTube channel. I taught you how to edit, like I wanted to.
I know, yeah.
There's no realm in reality that I would ever not have wanted that for you. So like literally, it's just, yeah, no. Not,
but then it also was like people like telling me how you told them, and like they were sending me like screenshots and stuff of saying how like I used you and how like I forced you to collab.
I will say, when our friendship ended and how everything got ugly, there could have definitely been points where I felt used. Now, do I still feel that way now? Maybe, no, I don't. Like, looking back, I'm like, I think everything just happened the way it happened. But when I was angry, I'm not going to say that I never felt used by you, because, you know, we always vine together. I would buy you everything, and you would be like, no, Jessi, don't do that. Like, I wanted, like, literally, sometimes I felt used, but I don't feel that way now. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I definitely believe that I would have said to someone at some point that I did feel used.
And I'm glad you brought that up, too, because that was one thing that, like, bothered me, too, is, like, you were telling people that, like, she made me pay for everything, and, like, made me buy her drinks, and I was just, and, like, that hurt my feelings, because, but do you think it's possible that, like, in the moment, like, when you're angry and, like, shit's going down, that, like, you said those things?
That would add up.
No, I think in the moment, if like, I don't know, if I'm like explaining the story, and I'm like, I'm trying to think of if I was the most upset I've ever been, that I could be like explaining everything, like I taught her how to edit, I did this, and saying it in an angry way, I would do that. But like paying for things, I love paying for things for everyone. It's like my favorite thing to do in life. So like I would never, and I'm never a person that's like guilting someone into like, oh, you should have appreciated that. Really not. So paying for things and all that shit, I would never said you made me pay for anything, especially because you were not, like, you were at a point where, like, I don't know, like, I had no problem doing it. Like, you were my friend. I do that for all my friends. Like, you know what I mean? So it's definitely not something I would have ever said. As far as, like, the editing thing and all that stuff, maybe angrily I could have said that once upon a time, but I honestly think I talked one specific time from my memory.
Yeah, it just seemed like this thing that kept getting back to me, like, over and over, is, like, I did so much for Gabbie, and, like, she, like, used me for views, and she forced me to collab, and, like, that hurt me, because I remember, like, when I moved in with you, to be so careful, to not ever make you feel used. So, like, when you asked me, or I asked you, I think, to be on my channel first, and I remember being like, but like, please don't feel pressure to do it. Like, I just think it'd be fun because this thing happened with the massage, and I think it'd be like really funny because you were there to be a part of it, because that was our first story time together. And they're like, oh my god, no, like I really want to, and I want you to be on my channel too. And then like any collab we did, it was always like, but then I'm getting these like messages though, being like, saying that I used you and that I like forced you to collab and like put you on uncomfortable situations.
One thing I want to say for sure, and that there's no doubt in my mind, and it's why I have two internet friends and I've known them forever at this point, is that the culture of Vine was extremely toxic as far as drama came. So, you know, like I said in the beginning, you were hearing things about me and I was hearing things about you, and I do think that contributed to some extent to our animosity towards each other. But yeah, no, like I never just went around saying, oh my god, Gabbie, that girl used me, because it's not what I believed, like, ever. Like I said, in my most upset, I could be like, wow, I taught her how to edit, that's not nice, or she did this, or like, you know, not saying it like that, who talks like that, but you know what I mean? So yeah, I think that world was extremely toxic, and that we were always hearing what the other person said. That I can definitely agree on.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're just back to like, where do we go from here? Because we're obviously in a nasty situation, and like, just to be frank, because like this is like my life and like my career, like this is something that I can't stop talking about if there's not something to put to rest. Like for the rest of my life, I have to say like, no, I'm not a rape apologist. This was the actual situation. It came from 6 years of this and this and this, and like this part was a lie and this part was a lie, and I never tried to.
Now we're adding that. Now we've added that Jessi Smiles is my abuser. Trisha Paytas is my abuser. All you non-Christian women, you're sluts.
I never tried to do this, and she used this video, but like edited it at the beginning, and like I don't know what the answer is except to like keep defending myself. And to me, like straight up, the only answer that I can see is if the video's deleted, some type of statement that like we both agree on goes out, and like that's it. But like other than that, I just don't know the answer other than to like keep going back and forth. Where I was like, okay, let me tell my side of the story, and that's like you having to tell yours. And obviously, nobody fucking wants to do this. Nobody's having a good time.
Yeah. Can you give me 1 second?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Okay. So I mean, here's how I feel. I do not have a problem with both of us taking our videos down. That for sure, I think is a possibility that we can both come to. And I do think that I do think everyone's tired of it. I definitely do not want to be. I don't want to keep going with this. And I will also say, having my rape brought up, even though I know you're thinking, oh, it's just me saying I'm not a rape apologist, but that, believe me, I hear you. I get what you're saying. That you're like, fuck, this is something people are gonna always think of me. So I do think that there's some thinking that can be done as far as how we can go about it. Like I said, the tweets are out there now. People have screenshotted this shit. Everyone has them. So it's not like people are just gonna be like, okay, let's just drop it. You know what I mean?
But I actually think that they would if you were to say something about it. And like, it's just, again, one of those things where like they're out there because of this video. And like, people will continue to fuck up the timeline. People will continue to hold me to something that happened before we were here.
I mean, I definitely can, listen, I can definitely clear up the timeline. These tweets happened before we were, I mean, it says it in the actual screenshot itself. I have no problem with saying Gabbie was not my friend, and then I forgave her for this months later. But they're there because they were written by you. You know what I mean? That's how people are going to see it. They're going to be like, and it is the reality. You wrote the tweets, and so people are now seeing everything, and they're like, wait, but Gabbie said this in her video. That's a lie. This and that. So now it started. You know, now it's all a mess. And that part of it, I don't know what the best way to go about that is, because people can draw from the things you said that day that you were, you know, engaging in rape apologist behavior. I do not believe you to be a rape apologist today. You know, I will say that much. That I can agree with you on 100%. But people drew their conclusions because they went and looked for the tweets.
But that never would have happened if you wouldn't have made a video saying like super emotionally charged stuff.
Which her video was a reaction to your fucking actions. Every action has a reaction, bitch. It's called the ripple effect. Like, what are we talking about? Like, what are we doing? Oh my god. How much longer is this fucking phone call? Another hour? Alright, y'all. We're in for the long run today.
That like,
it wasn't. I mean, to me, I was just reading the messages, which had a lot of really, really insanely personal things.
No, I'm talking about the like insisting, for example, that it wasn't a FaceTime call when it absolutely was. It was like, there's, you know what I mean? Like I have, and I'm like, please don't take this the wrong way. Like Curtis can confirm that, but so can the person who gave her my number.
I really take his word for it, so that's good.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's like he can also confirm that story, but also so could the person.
He didn't rape me, Gabbie, so it doesn't matter what he said.
Yeah, but like the person who gave him the phone number and my roommate who was there. Like there are people there who are.
I say in my video that you told me.
But I didn't, Jessi. Okay. And we have those messages too of where because we were messaging while I was at BuzzFeed. We were on the phone. We were like messaging, and I told you Curtis FaceTimed me. Like it's in writing.
So you should have the Curtis friends didn't rape you text.
I didn't say it, but that's what I was saying about the thing is that's why I'm wondering if that's where that was said. Because whenever we were talking about.
That's the thing is that when things hurt you, you don't forget them. Just like I remembered these tweets and you forgot them. I was literally on an escalator on my way up to Target when I used to live downtown when you said it to me.
So then you're talking about a phone call then. So then that's a literally completely different situation that I think you're conflating with this one.
We were on the phone and then we hung up and started texting. It was both. That's what I'm trying to say. Literally, I mean, I know you said it. I would have never in my life said that you did if you did not. I've been accused of falsely accusing people of things my entire life, and you yourself said I can't.
But wait, Jessi, why in the conversation where I was telling you that I talked to Curtis, why would I say his friends didn't rape you? Like, what situation would that? Like, what context?
You were with his friends. Like, is your brain made of wood? Like,
to me, okay, that you were hanging out with, you know, his group of friends who is all those people that are just, they were liars. You didn't plan for Curtis to come. Curtis showed up to where you were and then pulled you to the side and either told you or you were pulled aside and he was on FaceTime. One or the other.
Jessi, those are three different stories. And I think that's where the confusion is happening. So please just hear me out for a second because those are three different situations that you're talking about. The first one is he FaceTimed me right after our first fight because I genuinely deadass do not know how people knew about it. I assumed that you were talking about it. I didn't have the number saved. And then I answered it because I was still I was like nobody. So like if somebody's FaceTiming me, I'm like, oh, like I must know you. So I answered it and it was him and he said I got your number from this person who I don't want to say right now because like that is the last person that wants to be involved in this shit.
A FaceTime from an unknown number? I don't even answer phone calls from unknown numbers. FaceTime? And you're a public figure? Girl, what are you talking about? Like, that... if 1 + 1 is 2, and 2 + 2 is 4. And what the fuck is this? Like,
So I answered the call, and then it was such a short phone call where he said, I just want to call you to apologize. And it clearly wasn't the actual intention of the phone call. He said, I want to call you to apologize for being rude to you in the past in public events. And I genuinely never thought that he was rude to me. Like, I've never spoken to him. I was like, what are you talking about? He said, just like giving you dirty looks, like not being like cool to you. And I was like, it doesn't matter. And he was like, yeah, like I heard that you guys had a falling out. So I figured it'd be a good time. Like, sorry, it's just like, obviously, like I don't want to be close to people who are close to her. So I said, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Why would you? So then he said,
wait,
do you
this is after, like, you already know that he has raped her, and you're already, why are you even entertaining any if I answered the phone and it was somebody's rapist, I would immediately hang up and block. What is
you mind if I tell you the story of that night? And I said, I mean, yeah, that's fine. Like, I've heard her side. You can tell me yours. So he told me the exact same story. Like, literally, your stories match up.
I didn't even know that he told you the story of the night I was raped. I never knew that.
Yeah, so he told me the story, and then I told him, well, she's not lying.
Why would you listen to him? Why would you listen to him?
Because
like,
honestly, Jessi, I was getting ready to defend you. Like, I was literally about to say, actually, that's not what happened.
Just say, no, sir, thanks. Like, fuck you. Like, even though she's not my friend, I don't want to hear
No,
it.
Jessi, I was literally, I deadass was waiting for him to lie. And like, when I was waiting, because I went, Jessi, I wanted to fight for you to him, like deadass.
Like, literally, fuck him.
I agree. Fuck him. I agree. But like, when he said that, I literally wanted to catch him in his lie. So then he told me his story. He told me his story, and I told him, well, Curtis, that is literally the story that Jessi tells. And at the end of the day, she was asleep. Like, that is what I said to him. And then he was like, well, yeah.
I need to call you back. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, hi. Yeah, that, honestly, I never knew that. I don't know. That just took me by surprise. So,
I'm honestly shocked by that, because like the messages, like
I'm sorry. I can't talk about it because I'm just like go back into it. So like if we can just move on from that topic.
Yeah, it's just like that was always kind of like part of it. Like that was in the notes that I posted on Twitter too. Like I was just shocked that you didn't know about that, because that was one part I never really was secretive about. But I don't want you to. I mean, I'm so sorry that you're upset about that. Obviously, that's not like I don't want you to be upset about that.
Yeah. So I think it's just worth kind of coming to a conclusion here.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, I'm willing to, delete my video. I'm willing to delete any tweets in regards to this situation, anything that might, add fuel to the fire. I think that if you delete your videos, well, obviously there's a lot more than just your video. There's like the podcast and the live streams, which is like hard because you're talking about other topics, but I'm in there. And so that's something that's like adding a lot of fuel to people coming over and being like, Jessi, you bully, how could you do this to Gabbie? And just, I mean, anything really that, I feel like what's happening right now, and like I said, I know that you're feeling like you're finally defending yourself too with other things involved, right? Like drama channels and all that stuff. And I'm not telling you to stop that fight. I just when the term, like when the whole rape apologist thing comes and it's so casually, like I'm not a rape apologist, never was. That was a malicious rumor that was started to ruin my career. Then it does affect me. So that's something that I think if we just get rid of, along with my video, along with whatever, we can come to some sort of mutual statement of like, hey, we've resolved this, and we're just not gonna talk about it ever again. Not in a Q&A, not in a.
But I have to be honest. So like, this is something, Jessi, that's going to follow me for the rest of my life, and every time it comes up, I have to dispel it.
Sure.
And I have to talk about it.
That's the thing, like, about the rape apologist thing, there's no dispelling it. People are getting it from facts. So I think the best thing that you can do, and I'm behind you 100%, is just acknowledging that, like you told me, you did what you did that day for a reason. I mean, I forgive you too, but like, you did what you did that day, and you said the things you said because you went through something, and you don't have to talk about that, of course. What I'm saying is, like, it's just, if people don't see the reason you did it, they just see, oh, you did that, that's rape apologist behavior, therefore we're gonna call you rape apologist. So I can't come forward and say, I'm sorry that, I don't know, like, I don't even know what I would say because I didn't call you rape apologist.
What I would say, like, honestly, what I would be looking for is, I should have never posted that video. I said some untrue shit, some true shit, but regardless, it should have been handled offline, because there is a lot of untrue shit that you said in there, and that's part of the dispelling.
I mean, the one thing that I said without proof to back it up was the Curtis's friends that raped you, and you yourself in your apology said you can't in good conscience say you never said that. So there's no claim I make in my video. I went through it a million times that is not backed up by the absolute truth.
Well, there are though, because it was a FaceTime call. It was not in person.
No,
but like that's what I'm saying, is there's so many lies in it
that
like,
matter. That is such. That's not the point, Gabbie. What the fuck are you talking about? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You said it.
Surrounding the situation.
Well, there's other stuff too, like where you say, like, I tried to control your relationships, which didn't happen. I also
subject to interpretation, but okay, yeah.
Well, whose relationships I try to control?
Everyone that I was around, but okay.
Well, who?
Jen.
Okay, an example, like when I was dating and he would hug me and you would just get on the floor and be like, pay attention to me, pay attention to me, pay attention to me, and you would just want to be the center of attention in a literal relationship that you tried to like always bring up the okay Cupid stuff. It was like a weird thing.
That's me controlling your relationships, because you actually did try to control my relationships.
No, I didn't want Jen to continue to be the person you could come to and be like, hey, so did Jessi talk about me? So if you think that's controlling,
but Jessi, she also was like constantly saying shit about you to me. Like the reason she reached out to me in the first place was because like to talk shit about you. And like,
you assume we don't know that. We both.
Well, yeah, but like to I get it. But to say it's weird for me to reach out to Jen when our relationship was her talking shit about you to me. Like for you to say like it's fucked up of me to reach out to Jen, I don't think that's fair.
No, never. I didn't say it was fucked up for you to reach out to Jen. You would reach out to Jen and be like, did Jessi make a video about me? Is that Jessi talking about me?
Yeah. So what's wrong with that? If like she's reaching out to me to talk shit about you, what's wrong with me being like, is this about me? Like that to me is like a strange thing.
I was uncomfortable with it. I was uncomfortable with it straight up.
But like, what about like me relationship? What about with me and like I think relationship? Like there were so many relationships. I'm not gonna say who called me today, but like I tweeted literally that day and was like, so my friends are calling me screaming because you're mad at them, or my friends are calling me telling me that you're screaming at them for being friends with me, but you're mad at da da da. Like this has always been a thing with us. So like that's a
I don't even know what
lie.
we're talking about anymore. Listen, this is the bottom line. You have yet, you said in your video, you're embarrassed by the messages with Deanna. You have yet to now on this phone call just be like, that was fucked up. You're downplaying it. You're saying that, no, I never mentioned your rape in there. Oh no, but your medicine, you talk about it. You have
Because I did, because you did, Jessi. You did this whole campaign about like, you don't talk about my medicine, but like, if you talk about my anxiety.
You talk to me and say, yeah, that was fucked up.
I did, Jessi. I said it in the video.
No, straight up did not. Not once in this conversation did you say that was so, like, I should not have done that.
Because I've already said it multiple times publicly. Do you want me to say it again right now? Because I will. I shouldn't have taken it that far, but I also think that there needs to be some acknowledgement that like, you've also done that, and you also have the same conversations with fans.
Have you ever watched Dr. Phil? An apology with a butt after it is not an apology at all.
I've already apologized publicly twice, Jessi. That's what I'm saying. I didn't know you wanted another one. I would have given you one.
No, it's not. You're not apologizing to me in those videos. I don't feel like you're apologizing to me in those videos. We're having a conversation one-on-one, and I'm asking.
Have you apologized to me too? Like, okay, Jessi, genuinely.
Yes, I have. Multiple times in this conversation. Yes, I have.
Are you sorry for making the video in general?
I'm sorry it caused you so much pain. I am.
But can you just say you're sorry for making the video, because that was a very aggressive and public and damaging reaction to having a private conversation with a person who was tweeting.
Since when? Girl, not like what?
She was Jessi, she tweeted defamation. She was tweeting that I collabed with a rapist, so I had a conversation with her. I didn't quote tweet it, Jessi, because I've never wanted our drama to be public. That's not how you handle situations. I don't want to quote tweet it. I wanted it to be private between me and her. An adult.
You sent those messages, and you read the messages, and I've read them a million times. You said, "Hey, can you tell me, like, genuinely, I don't understand why this rumor has started."
It's not like you just messaged somebody who made a tweet and asked for proof, and they didn't find any. There was a full-on conversation. You were sending novels, bitch. You were sending conversations. You were sending screenshots of text messages, private text messages between you and Jen. Then, what are we talking about? How Jessi was texting you to be a wanted girl?
Anna sends one message, and you go, "Here's the thing about Jessi." And the
No, that's not what happened. I said that's not true. That came later on. I do too, Jessi. That came later on, and then I already explained why it got there. It's because I felt good finally talking about it, and she was an adult, and I was having a conversation with an adult. Like that's
inappropriate. Oh, now it's an adult. When it's your video, you were saying
because I did think she was a minor, because the story turned into I'm manipulating an underage fan, and I genuinely believed at that point that Deanna was underage, because people were tweeting at me saying Deanna was underage. Then I found out, oh, she is an adult. And when I talked to, I'm not gonna say who, the 3 people I talked to about it, they kept saying, why did you have that conversation? Like, what? So wait, Deanna's 15? That's what people kept saying to me. So I was like, I didn't know she was 15. And then they were like, yeah, I get it. Like, she's wearing a lot of makeup, so like it's easy to assume she's older. So I was like, what the fuck? Deanna's 15? I thought she was an adult. And like, it was just having an adult conversation who, like, in the conversation, she's literally saying to me that she believes me, and she feels like
you're having an adult conversation with a fucking stranger. Like,
she's been deceived by you. And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like,
about private stuff. Like, you're so weird.
That's so not an excuse.
Jessi, but you also talk about people with fans, so like you do it too.
But you're literally taking one thing in a video
Show
and
the proof.
putting this picture in your head that I have shared everything you've ever told me, and let it
Show me the receipts.
Oh, I didn't say that, Jessi. No, I didn't. What I'm saying
in your video, I mean, you said it in your Twitter today, and Lily called you out and was like, that is not her saying like your name. And then
but what I said was, but the hypocrisy is astronomical, because she said the purpose of making this video was because I talked about personal information to a fan, and you do the same thing. Whether that was about me or not, you still said that you did that a few times, is what you said. So like, why are you able to take fans to dinner and say why you're not friends with this person anymore? But if I DM somebody,
you don't know what I said. If I made it up for the video, you don't know. You know.
Why would you make that up for the video? Did you make it up for the video?
First of all, it's a fucking video.
Did you make it up?
What is it? Like, I'm literally, this is not an interrogation, and we will end the conversation, and I don't want to get there. So I'm literally just telling you, the one thing I know for sure.
You're getting defensive because I'm asking you questions. Answer the questions I'm asking instead of getting defensive. Did you make it up for the video, or did you take fans on dates and like talk shit?
Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus Christ.
No, Gabbie, I didn't take fans on dates and talk shit.
So you didn't talk shit to fans?
I have been to lunch with fans. First of all, if you knew anything, you would know that situation didn't even involve bullying. I was not even being triggered over the gender. Okay, you don't know if I just said that to make the fucking video more interesting. I was sitting, we're trying to come up with stories of awkward fan encounters. That's why I got the prom one in, and I just started fucking saying shit. And you're saying it as a proof.
Because it feels like a really weird thing to just randomly say, and it feels like because there's no proof that you actually spoke about me. And I will tell you this: there is a fan who came forward, who is a friend with one of my fans, who went to lunch with you before, who has provided information. So like that is out there.
I'm going to tell you this right now, okay? And hear me very loud and clear.
Okay.
I have never in my life. This is, and I want you to know this, because this is very important to know. And if I was ever going to address this situation again, it's very important to make this distinction. There's a difference between you saying in your messages with Deanna, I'm not friends with Jessi anymore. No, she told this one girl of whatever Justin Bieber thing you just told me, right? That's a different thing. And then me saying, by the way, look at her messages. This is pretty crazy. Look at her messages. By the way, did you know she was on this medication? She called me and apologized she was on this medication. And also, let's talk about her rapist and how he called me and this and that.
I didn't, but that's actually literally not what happened. I didn't say, did you know she was on this medication? Because you publicly have spoken about your medication so many times, literally made a video about it. People have asked me on Twitter. But because those little details matter. Because the narrative isn't, yes, they do. Because I'm being accused of spreading private information.
You were using it as, you were weaponizing that fact and talking about how she had disclosed it privately to you and how you, like, girl, are you okay? Did you take acid? Like,
information about your medication when you have been very openly and public about it. So the verbiage, don't speak over me. The verbiage matters because what you're saying is, did you know she was on this medication? And that's not what happened. What happened was you publicly talk about your medication. I assume Deanna knows that because you publicly talk about your medication. And I said, you called me and said this thing, which was like, I don't understand like how this keeps happening because she literally called me and said this. But the thing is, Jessi, I've already apologized about it twice.
Okay.
So like, what else? Like, this was. Remember when I talked over you and you kept saying don't talk over me? Please let me finish. The point is, this is kind of what happens throughout our entire relationship of 6 years. Is we talk about something, I apologize for something, and then you keep on bringing it up in a different light. And it's like, Jessi, how many times do I have to say I shouldn't have taken it that far with that fan? How many times do I have to apologize and say, you're right, I got caught up in the moment and I shouldn't have done it? I agree, I shouldn't have done that. So can we please move on from that aspect?
Yeah, but why did you have to go into all that just to say that? I just said I would.
Because you keep bringing it up and twisting what I actually said.
I mean, we're on a phone conversation, person to person, and we're talking about something that hurt me to see. And like I said, I will say a million times over, I've never shared private information of your trauma. Like that when I read the things you started saying about Curtis and this, and then I got a call from Curtis and I did this and that.
But that's not about your trauma, Jessi. I understand that it's connected, but me saying that I got a call from Curtis isn't saying like what happened that night.
If you can't understand what my trauma, I'm explaining to you that is my trauma, that you're speaking of my trauma, and you can't even acknowledge that. We need to move on to the next topic.
Because Jessi, I'm being accused of something.
We're gonna move on from that topic.
Because I'm being you see, you can't just move on when you get into a corner, Jessi. The problem is the reason I spoke about it with this girl is because she's tweeting a defamatory statement that I collabed with a rapist. So instead of
if you find tweets they're fake, that is not true, and you literally ignore the fact that her grandfather had died, and you had an inappropriate conversation.
Jessi, the reason I didn't answer about her grandfather being died is because that is something that people do, and you know this because you're on the internet. We're not talking about that. This is a victim card, where it's like you want to divert the situation and make me feel bad about you. Now we're talking about your grandpa. I don't want to get into that with you. Like
you have brought up in this conversation about the video that Jessi posted. You have now brought up your rape, your mental health, how you almost wanted to kill yourself, your cancellation, like. Have you ever thought about looking in a mirror?
We're talking about, you just said that I collabed with a rapist, and I'm asking you where that came from, and I want to see it. So like, no, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, your grandpa's sick. No, you just called me a rape apologist.
Let's stick to one topic. You told Deanna, and I quote, find the screenshots, and if you find them, they're fake. So you
because they don't. Yes, I was. And if she would have sent me that one, of somebody responding to a deleted tweet, I really dead ass thought when I said that, because she was saying that when it dropped, I tweeted straight up in defense of like Curtis didn't rape Jessi, and I was like, show me that. If that exists, it's fake. That's what I meant.
You were saying I was lying. So yes, that is true in some regard.
But I'm saying what I thought that she was saying was that I thought she was gonna show me a tweet that literally said like, fuck Jessi, Curtis is a rapist. So when I said if you see it, it's fake, that's what I meant.
Yeah. So the grand scheme of things is, from what I'm grabbing, you are upset that people are calling you. I mean, that's the thing you said the most out of a week. People are calling me a rape apologist. People are calling me a rape apologist. And
because I'm not. Yes.
Yes, but you were. You know what I mean? So like.
But I also wasn't, Jessi, to say that I'm a rape apologist because I said something.
No, but you were. You said it. You said it. You did the thing. So like what? This cunt.
But it doesn't matter. Like even back then, that's not being a rape apologist. That was the entire Vine community was saying that you were like lying, and I made a mistake in a moment.
That is rape apology. But
Jessi, as a viewer, when you're all of the people,
that's not even rape apology. That's rape denial. Like.
Vine followers, you did.
And what is that? You know what I mean?
200,000 people, like a lot of people.
That's literally 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's small. Like everyone knows that ratio.
Yeah, like but you were a creator, but whatever. It doesn't matter.
But like I wasn't this big, massive creator that was like super famous. I was still in a marketing job in Pittsburgh. Because Jessi, I was a viewer, and it's not the same.
Okay, can I like at this point I don't even know. Do you realize that in your video that is not factual? Like when you said, "Oh, I had no idea the context." Like you do understand that obviously that's not true.
No, I don't. And the tweet that I deleted, obviously, that I don't remember.
Oh my god. The girl that was talking to you that day just came out and said what you were saying that day. Like you said, call me a liar. The person you were speaking to.
Yeah, and it was deleted then, 6 years ago, right? So why are we talking about it?
You can't, because you're denying it. Okay, here's the deal.
Because either way, that's not being a rape apologist, Jessi.
It was on that day. Not that doesn't mean you're a rape apologist now. But you cannot get on the internet, use my trauma to defend yourself in a way.
Saying something that okay, Jessi, you do understand, and I know that you know this. When that story dropped, every single person was saying that you lied. Everyone. And I'm not saying it's right. And the fact that I'm being like,
kidding me? Is that you justifying?
No, Jessi, I'm telling you that because
everyone's apologized to me for it.
And so have I. And so have I. But if you genuinely like, because for a half a second.
Yeah, and now everybody else is finding out and they're getting mad at you for it. They're allowed to do that. You may have to answer for things later on. Like, some things don't get found out until later. Like, a girl, if somebody fucking kills somebody and we don't find out for 20 years, they're still going to get locked up. Unless their name is OJ.
I believed it. And then I deleted the tweet because I said that's not fair, just because I have personal feelings about Jessi and because I have this trauma. And because I have this trauma that is affecting me.
Or Kyle Rittenhouse. The fuck?
Made me feel this way, made me feel angry. That's not fair. I'm going to delete this tweet. And I did. That is not being a rape apologist. And to say such a charged emotional word as rape apologist, yes, it is.
I read you the definition. And let me be clear. Your timeline is the full day. From morning till 9 at night, you were fighting with people. And your responses are still there. You were talking about this all day. This was not 1 minute. You just saw it and said, oops, I shouldn't do this. That cannot be what you're saying because it's not the truth by fact. I have it in front of me. People are seeing it. So literally, at this point, all I want is like, I'm telling you, I'm willing to delete my video. Any tweets that, I understand. I don't want to push anything else onto you. But I'm not going to in any way, shape, or form say that I called you a rape apologist, or do I think it's fair that you're going on this tangent about not being a rape apologist? You know what I mean? Like, neither of those.
But Jessi, there were, all right, let's take this out of it because it's one of those things that we're clearly not going to see eye to eye on. We both have really strong feelings. Regardless of that, there were a lot of lies in that video that I can disprove. That also made it look a lot worse. And that's why I'm saying I would need a statement saying there's some true stuff, there's some not true stuff.
Absolutely not.
Okay, well then we just continue the way we're going. Like, you know?
I will be clear. I mean, like, if you feel like, I don't know if you understand this. You literally, in your video, said to your fans, I do not remember what this was about, all of this, and downplayed it. There is irrefutable proof that that's a lie, and you're willing to just let that be the thing. Like, I'm telling you right now, I'm willing to delete my video. I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah, and that's great, and like I think that would be so cool if we could do that. But at the end of the day, there's still a lot of lies out there, Jess. And like, there's outside of that, there's a lot of lies. And there's like,
you know what's funny is that you're taking like, oh, it was a phone call, oh, it was a FaceTime, oh, it was this, oh, it was
those
that.
matter. Those details matter.
Yeah, they do matter. That's why I was saying the story, and I said you told me this is how it
But
happened.
that's not true.
Great, if you're changing that now, then that is
What
No,
are
I
the
would never
details that it was a FaceTime? They don't matter.
tell you, Jessi, that we hung out because you didn't let me finish, and you didn't the story, and that's why I'm saying.
I couldn't believe that you would let him tell you.
Jessi, that's literally always been what I've said. I've always said he asked me to tell. It's literally in my notes on Twitter that I said he asked me if he could tell me the story, and I wanted to catch him in a lie, Jessi. Like I was ready to fucking tell him off and be like, that's not true. And then when he told me the same story, I said, yeah. So you're telling me the same story, which is she was asleep and you raped her. That's what I said. And then he said, okay, well now you at least know from my side. I said, okay, I'm never going to publicly bash you or defend you. I'm never going to publicly bash Jessi. And he said, cool. And then by the way, he did try to blackmail me, by the way, afterwards.
And he tried to blackmail you or me?
He did. Like he was so fucking mad that I wouldn't defend him. Like, and I told him I never would. But
I would hope not.
Of course.
At the end of the day, like.
Wait, but can I please finish the story that I tried to say before you like got off the phone? That's the first situation was a FaceTime call. The second situation was when we were at an event and he tried to take a selfie with me, and I was like, no, that's not happening. And then the event that I'm assuming you have to be talking about is when I was at 1600 Vine, and then he came there. I think I was at Lele's, and then he showed up, and I was like, oh fuck no. He tried to talk to me there and pull me aside there.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's a completely different situation. That's literally months and months later. And like you made it sound like when he
situation, he pulled you aside, and I remember getting pissed at you for it.
But you told everybody that I hung out with him, and then that's where we had the first conversation.
No, I didn't.
Jesse, that's what your video says.
Okay, well go and look at it again because you heard wrong. I said you were at a place with his friends. He showed up and pulled you to the side. I said that.
And you said that as the way that it all went down. Like the first time I talked to him, like you painted this picture
I didn't even know you spoke to him all these times. I'm finding out now, and honestly, I'm frankly disgusted. So I didn't even know all.
Jesse, what are you talking about? You're disgusted. I literally just told you about the first conversation that you knew about that day.
Don't tell me that because I just had a panic attack hearing you say that.
Well, you're making it sound like I'm friends with him when I told you the story from the start. It's on Twitter. Like this isn't news. From the beginning, I have always. Can you please pull up the notes where I put out the first statement?
Please. First of all, I didn't even read your whole statement.
Well, then that's not fair.
Of course,
it's not fair. You didn't my video until you made yours. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're right. Fair. You're right. Yeah. Okay, so we're back to this place where I still have to clear my name. I have to keep.
I agree.
Yeah, so I have to like keep doing this unless we find something that makes us both happy, and just deleting the video doesn't help me.
Keep doing this.
Like
keep driving in.
Yeah.
Jesse blackmailed me.
Yeah.
Jesse abused me.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to
because that is what I feel, Jesse. That is my experience.
Let me make something straight, Gabbie. You're saying right now, if you don't take down your video, like that's what you're saying.
No.
If you take down your video, all of this can stop. You're saying if I don't take down the video, you're gonna keep calling me an abuser and saying that I blackmailed you. Is that correct?
I'm going to continue to clear my own name if we can't find something.
Then I will have to get on camera and show the timeline and be like, wait a second.
And that's fine. We can do that. We can go back and forth.
That's gonna make it worse, Gabbie. Why do you want to make it worse? Let's make it like literally better. I'm trying to tell you, if you want people to stop calling you a rape apologist, you have to address the tweet.
Jesse, and I will, but I also have to talk about the history of our relationship, and that's what I plan on doing. Is saying this tweet came up later.
How is that relevant to you being a rape
Jesse,
apologist?
how is anything you did in your video relevant?
You did a DM and I basically did a table reading of it. And
then you had to say all these personal details of our relationship. Of you tried to control my relationships. You said this one thing to me one time. So if we're just saying shit that hurt each other, like if that's the game, like I can do it.
No, there's no game here. Make no mistake. There is no game. This is our lives.
Yeah.
Make no mistake.
Yeah.
So do not tell me, oh, this is a game. Just like you told that person, oh, I want war. This is not a war or a game for me.
I didn't tell that. That's so fucking funny. She told me she was. Yeah, that's not what I said. I said, okay, then I guess we have to fight this war or some shit like that. Oh my god, the fact that you're talking right now is so fucking funny.
I saw the video, so don't get excited about whether we talk shit about you or not. Literally, this is the truth. You're me, like what you think I lied about in my video. You literally said I cannot in good conscience say I never said that. Now you're retracting that. Because
I did not want to call you a liar.
Oh, but you did in those messages. Like when
private messages are not public statements. They are not the same, and there is a very clear difference. This
doesn't
energy now is because
Gabbie, you still fucking said it, you fucking crazy bitch. What is this?
And didn't say anything, and I said I'm gonna let this go away, and then the week I'm dropping EP, you did this again. That's where the energy is. Like ignoring it does not do anything for me.
Okay, but what I'm trying to tell you, and this is the thing that's fucked up about this right now, is I'm saying I'm willing to meet you, and I'm willing to say I don't want to hurt you anymore. I'll even do a joint statement with you of like, guys, we've resolved this, and that's that. Like I'm really willing to do that. Now I'm not willing to say where I lied, where I didn't lie. Even when you admitted yourself, and now all of a sudden, like literally, who admits to something that they didn't do just because they want to make someone else look better? Who apparently you believe is trying to make you look bad. So like
because I'm a good person, Jesse. Because I wanted you to feel good, and I wanted to be resolved, and I don't want you to hurt. That is why. And now I feel like I'm out of place.
I frankly just can't believe that you've been talking about me online.
Now, Jesse, 6 months later, because you brought me up again, why did you have to do it again? To put it in your thumbnail, Jesse? To put it in your thumbnail?
Okay, first of all, let's relax. I already told you. If that hurt you, I'm sorry, because that was truly, in every sense of the word, not my intention of making that.
To put my name in your thumbnail and bring up the drama again? You didn't think that hurt me?
I'm sorry. I was extremely I brought nothing new. I did not say anything to try to rile people up. I said I never want to speak about this again, so I'm sorry, no. It really was not my intention. And I talked about you for 2 minutes in like a 30-minute video.
And it brought up the conversation again, but like you put it in the thumbnail, Jesse. Like think about the conscious effort you had to use to choose that particular thumbnail involving our drama.
No, it's not that hard. It's the foremost asked questions.
But guess what? I've ignored it for 6 years, and that's why people stopped asking me about you. You can't help yourself, but bring me up, and that's the issue, and that's why we're here. Is because just don't talk about me. It's that simple. It really is such an easy
It's
concept.
not that simple because I'm not talking about you. I'm telling you, let's have a private conversation. Isn't this what you've always wanted? And you are going on the internet, and if you're going to double down and be like, Jessi started all these lies of me being a rape apologist, I mean, what do you want me to do? Just sit back and take it? Because I don't want to engage in this. I'm telling you, I don't want this.
Then
I
don't.
don't want anything to do with it.
At the end of the day, Jessi, you should not have put out that video. That was
You have every
personal.
right to believe that.
Exactly. The fact that the only thing that I want is a retraction, and I already told you at the beginning, I don't think you're going to do it, is saying like I shouldn't have put it up because it was personal information made public. Me talking to a single fan. Go ahead.
No, yeah, that's the thing. It's like your retraction and statement involves you having no fault.
No, it wouldn't. Because I've already...
It was just one fan. How was I supposed to know that? When unsolicited...
Because there's never been anything public. Never. I've never posted a single thing publicly about you.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing privately? Like, this show's enough. You're willing to do all of this to one fan. What's stopping you from doing it the next time? And we know what you were doing because look at all the fucking shit with your fucking cult and all those.
That's how you're supposed to know. Is I would never, ever, ever, ever make that public.
I'm sorry, but like, you know, we have our emails that highlight like everything. Like we've had a lot of shit go on.
It doesn't matter. It's never been public. You made it public.
No, oh my goodness. I mean, that's literally like.
Are you sorry for tweeting that I'm a shitty person knowing everybody knows about me?
First of all, I'm not going to even answer that because I deleted it the second. So obviously I regretted making that tweet the second I posted it. That's not a fair question.
Okay, so can you apologize for it then? Can you say I'm sorry for throwing some fuel on the fire when you were going through some shit? Can you apologize for that?
But like to you right now?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure. Like I knew it was a stupid thing to do as soon as I did it. I'm sorry if you saw that and you were like, what the fuck?
Okay, listen to that apology. I'm sorry if you saw that. I'm sorry if you felt this way. I knew it was stupid. How about Gabbie? I'm sorry that I hurt you. I
Oh
shouldn't
my
have tweeted
god,
that you were
you've
shitty.
done that like 3 times. Like, girl, I hate her.
Can you say that?
Gabbie, I was being catty.
Yeah, so can you apologize for being catty?
Gabbie, I just did. Like, what do you want from me?
No, you said I'm sorry if you saw that and felt some type of way. Like, you're telling me it's not an apology if you say sorry, but can you just say, Gabbie, I'm sorry I hurt you? Please?
I already said I'm sorry.
Jesus
You said I'm
fucking Christ. Oh my god. Why do you, like...
sorry if you saw that and felt a certain type of way. I was being catty. It's so hard for you to apologize.
No, it's not. I've apologized a million times in this conversation, Gabbie. I really have. I'm not trying to say I'm not sorry for that tweet.
Then just say you're sorry for that tweet, please.
I already did, Gabbie.
No, you didn't. You literally just said, I'm sorry if you saw that and felt a certain type of way. Like, just say, I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry.
Okay, in the beginning of this conversation, I said, I'm sorry if when I subtweeted or when I, made videos about you, I'm sorry for doing that. That was stupid. I said that in the beginning of this conversation. Don't force me into another apology. I already apologized to you.
Oh, it sucks to be forced into an apology, doesn't it?
What?
At this point, I think we're just fully mask off. Like, oh my god. Oh, I think she knows at this point, like, she's cooked. Like, there's no way, like, she has been in the wrong every single time, and, like, now she just has to go all gas, no brakes. Like, she hasn't gotten what she wants out of this phone call, and so she's just gonna try and get whatever. Like, Jessi did not react enough, and she didn't get the fucking fighting back and forth that she wanted.
Like I'm literally asking you to apologize to me one-on-one for like bringing me up over the years, and like
she already did. You fucking loon.
Videos on me, like it's been so traumatic, and like straight up, Jessi, like I know you don't want to hear this.
The actions that made me want to do those videos.
People making videos on me have been so traumatic. Then get off the internet, ho. Like,
dude, the things that you did that made me want to do videos were traumatic for me too. So we can accept that we.
But I was also dealing with trauma, and I never made it public. There's a difference between making something public.
Better or worse?
Yes, it does. Making something public versus not making something public. You don't think that makes somebody better or worse whether or not you put somebody's business?
it doesn't matter whether or not it was public because you were still communicating it to other people that were not privy to this information. That's the issue, bitch. And if you are capable of doing that once, obviously you're capable of doing it again. And who knows what the fuck you're telling your fucking weird fans on fucking Patreon. If anybody was an adult doing listening to this shit, like, God, I don't blame any children. If you were children or a child now, I don't blame you. But, like, girl, Alyssa, you're weird. So that's mainly what I was thinking about.
Personal business online publicly?
For all you know.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Wow. Oh my god. Sorry, that's just like a huge awakening to me that like I'm sitting here trying to just talk to somebody about something that's clearly so different, and you won't just see how different it is to vent to a friend versus publicly bashing somebody.
Gabbie, can I please say something? You spoke to someone that did
Vent
not
to a
tag you in
friend.
that an hour earlier or a
That was in my timeline.
Okay, but I'm gonna finish my sentence now.
It doesn't matter if she tagged me, it was a defamatory statement.
Okay, great, congratulations.
Congratulations. Okay, Jessi, I think we need to end this.
That person did
I think we need to end this because I'm getting very upset and I don't want to get here. Because it doesn't matter if she tagged me. She said my first and last name with a defamatory statement. I defended myself.
I understand.
Okay, let's end the conversation here. Because we're obviously not getting anywhere, and I don't want to yell at each other.
We were there for a second.
Oh my God.
I was too, but like now it's like just the fact that you don't see the difference between me venting to friends about things that hurt me and you going online and publicly bashing me. That you don't see the difference.
Venting to friends. Venting to friends. Did you smoke bath salts for breakfast? Like,
That is
No,
insane.
of course I do. Like, listen, I want you to
you're
understand
insane, you
I'm
fucking crazy cunt. What the
I'm
fuck?
saying my actions. First of all, I'm not talking about you going to friends. You know I'm not talking about
What did
that.
I ever do publicly?
That's the thing. That's the question that you asked. That's the wrong question. What
Doesn't
did you ever do?
matter if it was public or private. You were still doing it. You fucking lunatic. And it wasn't your friend. It was a fucking stranger. A random fucking fan on the internet. A fan of Jesse's, mind you. You fucking bitch. What the fuck?
To hurt me is a better.
No, Jesse, because we're talking about you saying the difference between we've both hurt each other. We've both admitted a million times we've both hurt each other. The difference is I would never publicly say something about you. And you
Unless it was about her rape.
publicly for 6 years have continued to say something about me. And you, when I said that 5 seconds ago, you said it doesn't matter, it's the same thing.
I never said your name on my channel was like a bad thing, like, oh, Gabbie Hanna exclusive, other than my one video that I called you out directly. Every other video was stupid, and it was immature. And
Stupid for who, Jesse?
Huh?
Stupid for who? To me, who's fucking crying at home about it? Who's it stupid to, Jesse? To the person who's getting the tweets? Do you remember when I made one video about you and you freaked out, you're like, I'm getting all these tweets about it? How many times do you think that happened to me? And you never see that. It's always Jesse. What's happening to Jesse? Not what Jesse's doing to anybody else. You have made 7 videos about me where you leave these obvious clues where, like, I just moved into my apartment and you're talking about moving into a new apartment. Or I had a best friend who lived with me about a year ago and I'm obviously the only person who lived with you a year ago. Just because you're not saying my name doesn't mean people obviously don't know it's me. And when you're liking comments...
I hope you're careful, too, about the way that you spread that, because a lot of the things that you do think are about you are not, like, you're not the only friend I've ever had. I really do hope.
When you're talking about big YouTubers who you used to live with, who else? Who else? Who did you live with? What big YouTuber? Yeah, Jesse, it's an example. But it's happened so many times.
That wasn't about you. It was like the best friend thing in the YouTubers or people I hate, whatever. That was not about you. Like, that's what scares me, is that you think that things that don't say your name in it are about you, and they weren't.
Okay, so who was it about then? Who was that person about?
I don't know. I just what you're referring to.
Exactly. Yeah, that's convenient. That when you said it's about, and I said you were good friends with. Why would you say that?
No.
I'm telling you that you said.
Oh my god, in the YouTubers of like, let's please take it down a notch, because the YouTubers I hate video, the person I didn't name was like 100%.
Okay, you had a close friendship with.
No,
That's what you said in the video.
The person I did not name in the YouTubers I hate video, that I left their name out, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna, like, I thought of like saying their name for a second. I was like, no, I'm gonna leave it out.
You also said that I was friends with somebody who ended up being a big YouTuber who, if I wanted, I could shit on her whole life. Actually, I could diarrhea on her whole life, but I'm going to save that for another day. So you mean to tell me that is this you don't think that's
I don't think you're referencing the same video. Remember, I said send me the video because that's the part.
Okay, then maybe it's a different video. Regardless, you said that publicly online.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm literally telling you, Gabbie, like, yes, I used to be immature. I used to hint at you to try to get back at you for things you would do in
Yes,
real
you
life.
did.
That is
Publicly, and that is the difference. Dealing with something publicly.
Whoa. 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 Wow. Okay. This is like, I knew it was bad, and I've heard these, but like, Jesus Christ. Jesse, you have the patience of a saint, bitch. Like, I don't even think the saints would have the patience for this. Like,
is where it crosses a line of trying to ruin somebody's character and actually just being bitchy and catty behind the scenes. Okay, so where are we going from here? Because this conversation's not going anywhere. We're going in circles. So how are we dealing with the situation moving forward?
Yeah, can I just say something really quickly about,
she just wants to like dominate everything. She's so fucking annoying.
You think the messages in your eyes were private. That's not how I see it in my eyes at all. And I just want to.
It doesn't matter if you're having a one-on-one conversation with a human being, unless that human being shares the messages. Even if she just messaged them to you,
they would still. And tweeted them. She could have tweeted them. Be like,
and who would have seen it? Jesse, who has seen it? She had 200 followers. Who has seen it?
What? It's still something that could have happened. Like,
you, she's 200 followers. Who would have seen the tweet that was defaming you? Like, girl, like, oh my god.
But she didn't. You know who did? You put them in a video and now everybody saw it.
Because you crossed that line, Gabbie. That's
okay, so when you talk to fans about why you're not friends with people anymore, that's not crossing the line. But if I do it, it's crossing the line.
I am not talking about someone's rapist or their medication.
She falsely accused me of being a rape apologist, so I had to explain the situation to her.
It is proven that you are, like, you were a rape apologist.
All right, so we're just going to go back to doing this online then, because I'm trying to find a conclusion, and you will not get off of the same 3 things. I'm not going to keep talking in circles.
Okay, I understand that, and I'm going to, like, seriously.
You're the one who keeps bringing it back around, you fucking cunt. See, the lack of self-awareness, while, like, it's not even, like, hypocritical. It's, like, cognitive dissonance. Like, you need help, bitch. You don't see things for what they are. Like, you don't see reality for what it is. And that you're always going to have these humongous problems with people because you do not perceive reality for what it is. Like, there's just no... Anybody who ever has to deal with you is ever going to be like the biggest pushover of life. Enter Ken, stage left, but what the fuck his name is, and or you're just never gonna be happy. Well, you're never gonna be happy, Gabbie. I don't think you're ever gonna be happy. I don't think you have the ability to be happy. There's something you bricked your brain, girl.
That you're like, I know you're struggling, and I'm sorry, and I'm willing to try and do what I can that I feel is right on my end, what feels right with my, like, alignment, like what I feel good with, is I do not stand by saying, oh, I lied in the video. You know, I don't stand by that. However,
I don't think you don't have to say you lied in the whole video. Say there are some
I didn't
things.
lie in any part of the video, and I don't feel comfortable saying that.
Well, there were lies. Why did you edit out the part of the video where I literally said this isn't about a YouTuber, this isn't about anybody, please don't try to start drama, and the fact that I hid your comments? Because that's a lot different than saying I made a video about you.
No, I said these are both story times that we reference each other. Let's compare them. Literally,
so why didn't you show the intros where you were saying that you fucking hate me? Why didn't you show the intros of the videos where you were talking shit about me? Like, there were so many videos you did where you literally said, oh, I really fucking hate you, about me. Why didn't you show that shit?
Gabbie, and I'm going to be fully honest. The reason why I put those two together is because they were virtually about, not the same thing, but they were about very similar topics, about stealing your friend's man. So that was literally why I put those side by side, because they're talking about generally the same thing. That's why I put them together.
And just you had to remove the part where I say this isn't about a YouTuber, this isn't about a Viner.
How does it matter? You were talking about
It doesn't fucking matter. She knew the story was about her. She felt it, like, girl, Gabbie is so fucking obsessed with, like, public perception and, like, like, controlling the narrative. Like, it's a through line. That, like, that's all that matters to her. Like, it doesn't matter if Jessi was potentially hurt by that, because, well, people didn't know. Like,
it doesn't matter if you knew, because nobody else knew, and that's the difference. That is the difference.
Apply for me when I say the same thing in my videos. This is about someone you would never know, but you know.
Because you've never said that. You've never said that.
it doesn't matter if she knew. Wow.
Okay, well, I have literally all of them in a file, and you never say that you say this person that I lived with a year ago, or this YouTuber who I used to be really good friends with. You never say this isn't about a Viner, this isn't about a YouTuber, and this is why I feel the need to publicly show it.
Also, Alex James is a YouTuber, isn't? Or didn't they? No, they didn't live together. But like, girl.
Thing. Because like I'm talking about it on the phone, I'm telling you it exists because I've been working on it for weeks.
But can I just try to give you some like perspective here? Because you're trying to prove, and this is the truth, you're trying to prove that you're not a rape apologist by talking about the times I made stories.
I'm trying to prove that you have been waiting for a moment and talking about me for years when you literally have not stopped talking about me for 6 years.
And then the night you a rape apologist. How does that
because I'm not a rape apologist, Jessi, and that's why.
Okay, Gabbie, but I'm asking you like how? Okay, let's say
we're not, Jessi. I don't want to keep talking in circles. We're never going to meet on this point.
I'm trying to offer you perspective, but if you
because
don't
you have, you're saying the same thing. You're never going to get me to admit that I'm a rape apologist. It's not going to happen. There's nothing new you're going to say.
No, that's not what I'm trying to get you to do. I'm saying, listen, everyone has evidence.
Jessi, I'm burnt out from this conversation. I really am, because now I'm getting to the point where we're yelling. Okay, I don't want to yell. I don't want to be upset. This is painful.
We are yelling. Who's we? Who the fuck is we, bitch? You're the one yelling. You're the one talking over people. You're the one who won't. Like, there was a point where you literally would not stop responding every time. You just want to dominate the fucking conversation, bitch. Like, what the fuck are you fucking talking about? And you're literally just like, you're only listening to her to respond. You're not actually listening to anything she has to fucking say. Like, it is so fucking stupid. Like, oh my God.
Hell of a 6 months, okay? It's been about 3 hours now that we've been talking. These points, we're just not going to squash. And
how much longer is this? Okay.
This is where, like, I don't know, I just don't know what else to do except for to keep going. And, like, I was hoping we could find, like, a middle ground, but, like, what else can I do?
Yeah, well, if you keep going, and that's the thing, is that, where do you want to end up? Like, where's the ending for you? Like, what is the conclusion? What's going to make you happy in this? Like, what's going to change everything? I'm going to feel good when I feel like my whole story is out. If I have to keep defending myself until I die, so that, like, every time I put out a project, some new drama's not going to be brought up, or some old drama's not going to be re-brought up, then I'll have to do that. Like, I quite literally, I can never stop, and I'm okay with that. I thought that the thing that bothers you the most, from what I understand, is the people.
I will always go to bat to control the narrative, to try and control the narrative, and fail.
Calling you that word, right?
Yeah, and if that means, like, when I live stream, when I, like, do whatever I'm gonna do, I will say, I did this thing, I had a tweet up for a little bit, I deleted it because I realized it wasn't representative of who I am. I just saw the tweet after, and here's this tweet. However, look at these 6 fucking years of this person poking me. Like, why is she poking me all the time?
Gabbie,
What the fuck does that have to do with anything? That apple, soccer ball. Like, these are not even. We're not apples, orange. Like, we're.
Realize that, like, all that's gonna do is make me talk about why I was poking you, right?
That's fine.
Like, what made me do that?
Because then I talk about mine. I talk about all of the things that, like, I couldn't live with you and I got kicked out, and then you talk. And then you told her.
How is that gonna solve? How is that? Like, think, like, how is that actually gonna change the fact that people are calling you a rape apologist?
Because I'm going to tell the whole story of how this has been something that's been going on for 6 years, and I'm gonna talk about the tweet that you're referring to. Because you're right, and that's actually something that I've been talking to press about, like these interviews I'm doing, I'm talking about. So, like, 6 years ago, before I ever met Jessi Smiles, and then we met and talked about it, I'm still being talked about in this way by Jessi Smiles, tweeting at me 6 years later, or tweeting about me saying I'm a shitty person. That's what this is about. Is you can't just fucking leave me alone. Like, literally just leave me alone, we'll be good.
I'm literally telling you, I will leave you alone, and you're saying it's not enough.
Because there has to be something on your end that does something for what you did. Like, you put out a hit piece about me, Jessi. That's such a fucking.
It's not factual. I basically did a table reading of your.
No, you had to include a lot of your one-sided, skewed narrative of our relationship. You didn't just read tweets, and you didn't have to read my private messages with somebody out loud, which in of itself is so disrespectful.
About her, about. Cojones. Her balls are in her fucking throat, dude. Like,
my private conversation conversation out loud to the internet?
Are you seriously bringing that to me? You literally aired out my private conversations as if it was sport, and
Publicly.
all the drama channels.
Now,
You're literally
after you made a video, Jessi,
Gabbie, you sent that message to Deanna before I made a video. Are you?
I had a
like,
private conversation with an adult about something that was happening in my
That
life.
could have been
That is
tweeted.
not the
That's something
same.
to other people.
That is
That's
not the
private.
same as you getting on your platform and saying something publicly, reading my private messages. What I did after the fact.
No.
That's it. That's it. There's no.
All right, so are we just going? Are we just gonna keep going? Is that where we're at right now?
I'm telling you right now, I'm not gonna do anything. Like, I'm really not. I'm not gonna engage unless I'm engaged with. I'm not trying to do.
That's what I've been doing for 6 years, and you keep engaging with me. 6
Okay, I'm telling you.
years.
Okay, I'm telling you.
Okay, what now? Like, what?
There's a big difference from 2016 when you did what you did with me getting mad and making a video poking at you, and then me now with a child and a husband and living my life.
Tweeting about me, saying I'm a shitty person.
Oh my God, Gabbie, I deleted it after an hour.
It doesn't matter, Jessi, because look what it turned into.
Okay, I can tell you this. I am not going to engage with you further. Like, I'm literally not. If you were to now.
That's not what I want, Jessi. You've already engaged with me. I want an apology. I want a public apology that should never have been made public.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Okay, so then we keep going.
I'm not doing anything with you. Like, I'm not.
Well, I'm saying I'm going to keep going then, because all I want to keep this out of legal, keep this out of public. If you literally just say like, hey, like just hear me out. If you literally just made a public statement saying, I shouldn't have made this public. I was upset and emotional. Gabbie also did some shit that she shouldn't have done when she was upset and emotional. There are some things in that video that aren't completely factual, and there are some things that are. However, this should have always been handled privately, and I'm sorry for the pain and trauma that I caused. That's what I want.
Mama.
Okay.
I caused.
You know, this is my real feeling. I think that you said in your video you want to be a good example as influencers, right? You said
I tried
right?
that. I tried that.
No, you literally said that and I did nothing, and then you just went on your own doing unprovoked.
Well, no, that's not true. There were all of those messages that you sent me when I said, please, I cannot handle this right now, and I had a mental fucking breakdown because you were sending me all these texts that were making me nervous that you were going to make another video. That's why this was happening.
Gabbie, here's the thing. Truly, if it was up to me, and what I think that the good example of influencers is, just sue me. Like, straight up, just sue me. Like, just do it. Like, I'm not saying it to like challenge you. I'm saying like, let's keep this offline and just sue me. And we'll see what happens in court. And then we don't have to bring our followers through this. We don't have to bring our fans through this. And we get to the bottom of what's been, hurting you. Just sue me, and then we won't have to bring our fans into this.
I'm more interested in bringing my fans into it because those are the ones who are affected. I don't want your money, Jessi. I do not want your money. I don't want it.
Okay, I'm literally saying, like, I think your fans are affected too.
Yeah, they are, deeply.
Because they're seeing you like this, which is something that is alarming for them, so they feel like they need to protect you, which is also not a fair position to put them into. You know what I mean? Like, really, like, you have to realize, like, they're going to be there for you no matter what, and they're worried about you.
Oh, no, I lost a lot of fans over this.
No, I know, but you still have a lot. Like, you still have a lot of people support you, and like you said, buy your books and put you on Billboard, and like, you still have that, and like, you have to remember that at the end of the day, these people care about you, they're looking at you right now, and they're worried. I mean, like, I see your live streams, and I was worried.
You should be. I'm fucking suicidal. And that's why I have to continue.
What? You should be worried about me. I'm suicidal. People are calling you a rape apologist, girl, for things that you did. Like, girl, like, what are we? I'm gonna fucking.
You to do this because I feel like being silent has not helped me, and like I let it happen, and when I saw you fucking put my name in your thumbnail again, Jessi, it sent the message loud and clear. I will never let you go. I will never let you just live your life. You could have gotten away with murder, and like I would have never done anything, and you had to put my name in your thumbnail the week I was putting out my EP, and that caused such a shitstorm where people are trending on TikTok and I'm a rape apologist again. Your actions have consequences for you and for me. I don't want to go to court. I don't want to go to Florida. I don't want to take your money. I don't want money. I want a public statement and apology saying I should have never done this. It was inappropriate.
You already said no, bitch. N-O. Take it.
Publicly, and I want that video gone. And I want an NDA where you can't do this to me again because I'm gonna be living in fear for the rest of my life. And that's like.
So you're telling me you're gonna go on live stream. You're gonna tell all your followers everything about all our past, which I have not brought our past into this. I have not.
What do you mean you didn't bring our past into this? Yes, you have. You said you tried to control my relationships. You said publicly that like on live in your video you said I tried to fuck your boyfriend in one of your YouTube videos. Like, why do you keep doing this to me and expecting me not to like respond? You're saying publicly that I tried to fuck your boyfriend. Like, I've never done this to you, and you're wondering why I'm cracking because I've tried to ignore this for years. When you're publicly saying I tried to fuck your boyfriend, you think it's not hard for me to know what happened and say, well, this is why I did that, and no, I didn't try to fuck him. I just wanted to feel something good about myself and that like I had some type of.
No, I didn't. I didn't want to fuck him. My intent wasn't that I wanted to fuck him. I just asked him to fuck. Like, girl, miss me with the fucking bullshit. Like, what? Why are you crying? Like, what are we? Like, why are you crying? Like, what are we?
My power back. It's been so hard.
My power back.
Literally, like, this is. I'm saying it as someone who's like, I don't see an end game in that for you. I really don't, and that's why I was saying just assume me. Not because I want you to take my money. Believe me, I don't even.
But Jessi, that's stress for me too. Like to keep going and sitting with these litigators, flying to fucking Georgia, thinking about the idea of people saying how terrible I am for suing somebody with a child. Like, there's nothing in me that wants to sue you. What I want is for people to hear my side and to like feel good about like just going forward, having something you can look back on and say, like I didn't. I'm not this evil person.
Yes, but you're like literally. Okay, my video came out. Your video came.
No. You want them to hear your side, and then take your side as fact. And your interpretation that is so far from reality, and you want them to take that as a fact. But that's not the truth. You're trying to control the narrative, and we know what happened. We just don't care. Everything that you bring up is irrelevant. You're just a bitch. Like, everything you do makes you look worse. You are the one who does that. Like,
came out, and your actions will always determine how people see you from now on. Like that will always.
And what I'm getting right now is people saying, "Thank God you're finally standing up." Like I'm seeing that. I'm seeing people say, like, "Oh my God, I jumped on the hate train." And
Ooh,
now
Alyssa, like
I'm realizing I had a friend who did this exact situation to me, and I'm so sorry that I did that. It's like now that I'm finally speaking up and saying my side, people have only had one side for so long.
Because you went on video and you said, "I never defended Curtis. I had nothing to do with it." So they think that's true. You know what I mean? Like people are actually believing that as well. So I don't see like.
No, it's not even that. People are really hung up really on the fact that like it was just this huge hit piece about me being a bad person and how they're realizing like that shouldn't have been public. So this is what I'll say, and I need to go. It's in 3 hours. I'm obviously very upset, and like we're both tired. That is the way that I will stop talking about this and literally drop it. Like I want something that says I'm sorry that I hurt this person. I should not have done this. I shouldn't have shared private messages. I was upset.
You said
and
no.
We've been through a lot together, and I'm ready to let this go. And straight up, like my lawyers will not let me drop this without an NDA because like I'm going to live the rest of my life wondering when's the next time Jessi's gonna be like, you know what, fuck Gabbie, she did do this. I want to expose her again because it's happened for 6 years. And like that's where I'm at. Is I genuinely just want it to be fucking for real over, but it's not going to be over for me until you say something and until I have the peace of mind of knowing that you're not going to keep doing this to me in the future.
I mean, especially and watching you and how you're feeling about my video and all stuff. I'm not like, and like I said a million times in this conversation, that Q&A, had I known how it would make you feel.
You want her to sign an NDA so she can't talk about it, but you're gonna be able to talk about it however you want? Like, you're fucking crazy. You are a narcissistic piece of fucking shit, Gabrielle.
And I meeting an idiot at the time. I'm like, oh yeah, this is like just answering most of those questions. A lot of times I don't maybe think of every perspective.
Jessi, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna buy that. That was a conscious effort. If you just talked about it in the video, that would have upset me. But the fact that you put it in your thumbnail to draw clicks, the fact that you tagged my name to draw clicks. Jessi, I have it. I have the screenshot of the name tag.
I didn't tag your name.
Oh my God.
You don't.
Okay, fine. I have it in my analytics and my. You know you can look at people's tags. You think I just?
I know because I looked at mine the other day and I said she said I put her in my tags and I looked and you weren't there. So I know I didn't put you in my tags.
Okay, Jessi. Okay, fine. Let me suspend my disbelief. You put my name in your thumbnail. Clearly, do you think that was okay? You think that was like a fair, kind thing to do to somebody who you had to have known was going through a lot?
It was one of 4 things. I didn't see it that way, but I can see how you see it that way. So
you don't think that if I would have did a thumbnail that said, "Did Jessi Smiles apologize?" That's not bringing up the drama? All you ever had to do was keep my name out of your mouth, and for 6 years you have not, and that's why we're here.
I just don't literally. I just don't see what that even.
Okay,
like,
so what's your answer? Is your answer no?
Yes.
Your exact specification.
The answer is
something
no.
that we can both agree on. A public statement that we can both agree on that
Got
makes me feel like I can move on.
Yeah, if the only thing that makes you feel like you're gonna move on is me saying I lied when I don't feel like I did.
There are portions of that video that are untrue. How about you don't have to say you lied? Just say there are some things that were true and some things that were untrue. Because the untrue part is you said it was a FaceTime. It wasn't a FaceTime call. You saw him in person. It was 100% a FaceTime call.
Oh my God. the fact that she's using that as the crux of like there were things that were untrue. Like that she wants Jessi to say that so that people be like, oh, some things were untrue and they won't think she's as bad. Like she's relying on the vagueness of that statement.
I can't confirm that. So that's a huge piece of the story because hanging out with my best friend's rapist and him calling me out of the blue are 2 very, very different stories.
You
so
did?
Yes,
you were at a party with him. You listened to him tell you the story of the fucking rape. You piece of fucking shit. What is wrong with you?
That's something that I need to clear up. And you don't even have to clear up that specifically because I feel like I have.
You hung out with him.
You said that he was there in person, and that's not true.
The story that you said it during this phone call. You said the story.
But that's not the same story, Jessi.
Well, that's what
those are 2
to.
No,
Oh my God. I didn't do that time. What are you talking about? I did it another time. That makes it worse. There's 2 different occasions? You're a fucking loon. What is wrong with you? You have no morals.
To the story where actually, Gabbie, it wasn't a FaceTime call where he talked to you, and you're literally saying that my FaceTime story that I told is a lie, and it's not because the story that I was talking about was a FaceTime call, and you're saying that it was not.
Okay, but the answer to that is both are true.
But you conflated the 2, and that changes the narrative. You conflated 2 stories, and you changed the narrative of what happened, and you called me a liar in doing that. So that's why I'm saying you called me a liar in your video when I did not lie.
For people to stop thinking that you hung out with a rapist, I would have to say you didn't, but then you did. That's
but Jessi, me being in a place and him showing up and then me leaving is not me hanging out with a rapist.
That's why I didn't.
You literally said verbatim that you listened to him out. You heard his story.
So you hung out with him. I said you were at a place where his friends were.
But you conflated 2 situations. You said in your video that I lied. You looked dead in the camera and said she's lying. That's not what happened. He didn't FaceTime her. Do you understand that? You called me a liar in your video about something that I can confirm to be true?
So this is what I'm happy to do.
Girl. What the fuck? Like what?
I'm happy to say I mistook 2 situations that both happened. She both hung out with his friends.
Because I also didn't hang out with like his friends. I hung out with people who knew Curtis. They all lived in the same building, Jessi.
Yes, and he showed.
And guess what? I am allowed to have friends. I'm allowed to collaborate. Like I can't cut everybody out of my life. Like you tried to literally not. I wasn't allowed to hang out with friends. I hung out with and you sent me a novel about how they gave you a dirty look and how it's fucked up to hang out with them.
Because I got raped, and then everybody wanted to hang out with my rapist. I'm really sorry.
But Jessi, it wasn't just that. It was like literally I couldn't hang out with his friends. I couldn't hang out with friends once you guys broke up. I couldn't hang out because they gave you a dirty look. And for a while I wasn't allowed to hang out with.
I would never tell you that. You just
okay, and I just the gaslighting. This is what I'm talking about when I said it's years of mental abuse. Is you did, Jessi.
Okay, Gabbie, we're just going in circles.
100%. So is your answer no? This is what I'm talking about when I said it's years of mental abuse. Is you did, Jessi.
Okay, Gabbie, we're just going in circles.
100%. So is your answer no? You're not going to do this, and we're just gonna keep going.
to your specific thing, like I said, I'm willing to even say I mistook the FaceTime when it happened.
No, because that's just putting up new speculation of, okay, but well, she's still da-da-da-da. I just want to be over. I don't want to have to get on camera.
Fuck up. Like,
I don't have to get on camera and now explain that situation. That's what you're doing, is planting these little seeds, just like you did in your first apology. I want to air out her dirty laundry. Not our dirty laundry. It's always me. It's always me. I'm the problem.
Why I was blocking
because you are the problem. You're the fucking bitch.
Things that were not good.
It's our dirty laundry, Jessi. So my question is, first of all, are you willing to sign an NDA so that I know you can never fucking do this to me again?
I'm sorry, what was it? Can you repeat?
Are you willing to sign an NDA so that I know you can't do this again? Because every day I'm going to be living in fear that, like, I never know what's going to tip you off. Like, dead ass, I don't know.
Listen, straight up, if we both sign NDAs, I'll do it.
But Jessi, I also have to, if somebody brings this up in an interview, I have to be able to say, like, this didn't happen or this didn't happen. I will stop bringing you up, and I will sign an amended contract that says that I can't bring you up, or I can't disparage you, or I can't do something. But, like, because you made the situation public, I can't go for the rest of my life without responding to a public interview. Or if somebody...
You made the situation of my tweets public.
You know what I mean? Like, you made it public.
Yeah, but I can't also, I'm not going to sign an NDA and then be like, oh, well, now Gabbie can say anything she wants and I can never defend myself. That can't happen.
So have your lawyer, like, draft up a contract that says some type of addendum. That says, like, I will never just randomly make a video about Jessi Smiles. I will never, da-da-da-da. But if somebody says, well, what about you being a rape apologist? I have to be able to talk about that.
What are you going to say about that? I'm genuinely curious because, like, that's the thing. If you, the whole rape apologist thing will die if you're like,
Jessi, no, it won't.
Gabbie, the tweets are there. The more you deny them and say I'm not a rape apologist, the more people are going to comment this tweet under your tweets. Like, they're going to be like, you were. Like, so that's just going to be...
Okay, so have your lawyer draft a contract that my lawyer can look at. And I'm happy to sign something, but as far as this is a big public thing that you made public, it's not even just that. It's about, like, Jessi and Jen, well, you said you're controlling her relationships, and you said this thing. If people ask me about it, I have to be able to respond. And I have no desire to continue to do it the way we're doing it. I don't ever want to disparage you, just like I never have. But it's just at this point where it's like, what the fuck else can I do? Is it going to be every few months? There's a new thumbnail? Is it going to be Jessi finds out something I did 3 years ago? Like, I'm so tired, and I'm clearly at a breaking point where, like, I can't handle it. So
right, no, and I get that, and so I am willing to.
Hey,
I guess
you might be at a breaking point, but that's not because of other people. That has everything to do with your brain. That's your head.
Contact my lawyer and see what we can draft up that we can both agree to, and then we take it from there.
Okay, that sounds cool. We have to move on that fast, though, like within, like, the next 48 hours, because obviously people are gonna keep asking me about it, and, like, if it's not gonna happen, then I need to, like, continue doing what I'm doing. And I also want you to work on a public statement, and then we can work on it together. And then I would like you to do
that's not gonna have, like, that's not gonna be like an apology. Like, it's not gonna be like, oh my god, I lied in my video.
Jessi, I truly want a public apology that says, I'm sorry that I caused her harm, and I did not want to, and I shouldn't have made it public.
You
that is
said
what
no, like 3 times.
Because it shouldn't have been public. And I think that's fair. I've apologized for my side of it. I apologize for messaging Deanna. I think that you can also apologize. I think they can go both ways. You
that's not the same thing.
I think that I also deserve a public apology. Do you think that's fair?
Honestly, I have to think about it, to be honest. It's something I have to sit on and just kind of, like, think mentally of how I feel about that.
I truly hope that you come to a positive conclusion on that, because I have done that. I publicly apologize for a situation that should have been private. So I think that it's only fair that you can also extend that same courtesy to me, considering what I've been through.
Okay.
What you've been through? Who cares what you've been through? I don't care what you've been through.
Okay, and when, what do you want to talk? Like, we need to put a deadline on this. Not an ultimatum, just, like, it needs to have a deadline of when are you going to have an answer on what you're willing to do.
I mean, I have to consult a literal lawyer, so I have to do that tomorrow. And then, yeah, I mean, I guess if you said 48 hours, I can have an answer by then.
Okay, cool. That sounds good to me. So on, what day is it? Monday?
It is, yeah, but it's Monday night. So I guess Wednesday night.
That's fine. Let's figure it out Wednesday night and what you want to do. I'm willing to be patient and wait until then. Okay, that sounds.
I'm willing to be patient. We need a deadline right now. 48 hours. This fucking crazy bitch. There's something seriously, deeply, deeply wrong with it. I know I said that like 3-4 times, but like, Jesus.
Okay.
All right.
Praise the Lord. we made it through, boys and girls. Like, oh, okay.